Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to tonight's episode of Ink of Fate, a primal Viking adventure. I am your dungeon master, KJ Potiff, and unlike every kid show from my childhood, this show has more than one character that's the girl. So, I'm still really bitter about that. DuckTales,
What?
Chippendale Rescue Rangers, I have
Oh.
issues with, like,
Oh.
Smurfs.
You're
Like, think
right.
about it. Just go down the list of shows, a lot of them. Anyway, let's meet our wonderful cast of players that does a little better than those shows. Um, let's start with Nick. Tell us who you are and who you're playing.
The
Hi,
boy.
I am Nick, the boy, and I play Cull, the Grim Marauder Fighter.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. I play Ada, the Tuss Wizard Cleric.
Thank you, Joanna.
Hey, sorry. I am Joanna. I play Odrun, the bewildered Wicker Barbarian. I'm particularly confused. I was just told my water heater's out.
Oh
Oh
no!
no. And Jay.
I'm Jay. I play Hap, the squirrel beastborn warlock. And just a tiny little fact today: a squirrel's nest is called a dray, and is usually filled with nice twigs, leaves, and moss. So just imagine that when I'm up on top of the ship, my little dray.
Dre like
That's so
Dr.
cute.
Dre or Dre like
I don't.
DRAY?
It is Drey, which just kind of reminds me, is Gray spelled with an A or an E? I have no idea. Was Dre supposed to be an E or an A? I have no idea.
I've
Cool.
seen it both ways. Much
Exactly.
debate about that one.
Mhm.
Okay. So real quick, please be patient with me. I am very much under the weather, so I'm going to try to stay at my normal energy levels through the whole session, but if I seem a little bit out of it, it's the fever that's boiling my brain.
Oh,
So I'm fine. I can run this.
okay.
Okay.
Let's talk about the setting. Um, so, Ink of Fate is a Viking adventure. It is inspired by the Arcanum Worlds module, Raiders of the Serpent Sea. It's a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition module. We are now fully transitioned to 2024 rules that we are still picking up and still learning and still getting used to, so we will be explaining those as we go. We also use optional lingering injury rules, which haven't come up in a while, but boy, have they been consequential. um, so, a little bit about the world that this story takes place in. Um, our story takes place in a world called Grimnir. Grimnir is Viking and Norse mythology inspired, though not necessarily historically accurate. Everybody worships the gods of the Stone Court. Everyone is part of various raiding clans, which are factions that all compete and invade each other in order to obtain glory and honor and valor and ascend to the halls of the slain. Everybody, as they come of age and throughout the rest of their life, they accumulate fate tattoos, runic tattoos that are usually on the wrist or wherever they choose to display them, that are meant to guide them towards their fate and their destiny and guide them on their paths. Grimnir is in its third straight year of winter due to unknown causes, and our heroes are trying to get to the bottom of what threats are afoot in Grimnir right now. So, to pick up where we left off, let's see. You all have been spending some time at Drift Hall, the gathering of clans that takes place on a massive floating island of boats from every clan, all tethered together around a central, enchanted floating island, propelled by, giant fish. Um, you all ascended to quite an amount of prominence at Drift Hall when a prophecy was declared, highlighting you four very publicly as those destined to basically lead the charge for Ragnarok. That whatever comes for Ragnarok, you all will be very much involved in that. So you've been meeting with clan leaders, fostering alliances, resolving conflicts with them. You resolved a couple of petitions, solving a murder on the way, and also helping the War Clan gain full clan status, the Wolf Riders. You also stopped an arson attempt in what I might add is the most elegant way that could have possibly gone down. It was extremely smooth, extremely slick. DC 22 perception, got a nat 20 on that. Not a single hit point was lost. You did not injure the arsonist, none of you got injured. Super slick. And you did discover that this arsonist was under the influence of the Ironwood Witches. This was an iron thrall with the distinctive bramble markings on the back of his neck. You did manage to get the Volve to perform a ritual to cleanse him of this influence. They do seem to have been successful. And you, I believe we left off with you meeting with the Volve to learn a bit more about that ritual and other things they might be able to help you with. You also have your next mission ahead of you, which is to go to Farlanding, home of the Risa clan, and figure out why their delegation hasn't shown up, figure out what threats are there. And I believe that just about covers everything. And as we pick up where we left off, pretty much. Well, let me get the right mood going here. Give me just a second. As always, Drift Hall is on boats, so we're gonna have our oceany noises. Let's see. Gotta pick good music. Okay. Scathy and Toka are the names of the fish that guide Drift Hall. As I said in the sentence that I started just moments ago.
Glad to know them by name now. Okay, that was it.
Great. Is that all you had to resolve with the Volve?
He just wanted to talk about the fish. Unless anybody has anything else.
Want to talk to
The fish?
Before
Yeah.
we take off?
Yeah.
Might be your last time for a while.
You should talk to them. It'd be great.
Talk to fish.
Did I already learn the ritual from the Volve? I've learned it, right?
Yes.
We're good?
Yeah,
Okay.
you all are set,
Cool.
so you'll be able to resolve the ritual. You'll still have to use the material components. And, there will still be ability checks. It's not a guarantee that you'll be able to save somebody or that they won't have long-lasting consequences, but you have the knowledge needed to attempt the ritual.
Lovely. I'm just gonna walk out and jump in the water. Be like, let's go talk to the fish! I'm gonna jump in the water. And then immediately do alter self so I can breathe underwater.
Following after.
Okay.
Wait, actually, he pokes his head back up. He's like, wait, do you guys want to come with?
Sure.
What? I can't breathe underwater.
I can fix that.
You can.
You can?
None of you know I can breathe
Really?
underwater. This is really hilarious. I just
Well, right
don't
now I'm
come up.
just assuming I'm the only one who can't.
Is it okay if I make you breathe under?
Sure.
Okay.
Consent
Let me find
goals.
this real quick. It's a feature.
You thought you would use it with me,
Share the
but nope, you use it with your other best friend.
okay. But he grants you proficiency with any musical instrument. So let's say like you just feel like a weird like hum of a lute in like your chest, and then like you're like, I feel a little different, and he's just kind of like, not do anything.
Something.
Okay,
Something.
maybe try breathing underwater.
Okay. I
It's fine.
assume I can swim. Just being in this world.
I think most raiders can.
I would hope
I
so.
would. One would hope.
Freeze, you don't have fur or amphibious qualities.
Do you have amphibious qualities?
you,
I wasn't aware that squirrels were amphibious.
Yeah, see, that's why I thought you guys were more shocked when I didn't come up for air, but apparently you all just expect the unexpected from me. What
Pretty
can I
much
say?
at this point.
Yeah.
You don't like to
Yeah,
tell us
Then.
anything, you just like to show us and then show off a little.
exactly. What are
Fair,
words?
fair.
Okay.
Words are
Let's
just
go
used
talk
to
to the fish.
lie. Just tell the truth. Alright,
Okay,
cool.
so you all jump in the water?
We all
Yes.
jump in the water.
Great.
Is it dark?
It is
Yeah.
evening.
Okay, I'm gonna cast light on my staff that I assume I still have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still holding on to my staff. It's probably not helping with my swimming right now. But I need it. I need my staff. Okay. Well, this is gonna be an indirect way. Cole, what would you like to say to the fish?
I
Are
hadn't
the
thought
fish
that
happy when you are the fish happy when you approached? I should probably check in with the fish. Do the fish seem
Yeah,
like
Cole,
chill?
Cole leads you to the fish. It's pretty. They're in the center,
Okay.
but
Oh.
he's just like, they're really cool.
Yeah. What do you want to say to them?
I didn't think that far ahead.
Well, start thinking.
Okay. Can you
I don't know
say?
what
Can you
to
say?
say to
Okay.
fish.
Are you talking or signing?
I can breathe underwater, so I could probably do either
Can we talk
one.
underwater?
Why not?
You can't really talk underwater.
Okay. we
Yes,
can do
you
sign.
can. Why not? Fine, we can sign. That
I mean,
means
not
I'm
you
just
guys are
staying
signing.
close to Odrune because I don't know what's happening, and these are bigger than like humpback whales would be compared to like humans, right?
About humpback whale size.
Okay, yeah, these are huge and a little scary.
You could just like cling on to me like a little backpack and I'll do the swimming.
All right, I have a light.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Call the signs. Tell them hi. Okay. Wait. And then tell them that their song is really good. By the way.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna concentrate on my staff, and I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals. On myself.
Yay!
Yay! What do these creatures sound like? Do they sound like whales? Am I just gonna start opening my mouth and singing whale songs
Story?
right now?
Do you speak whale?
The spell is you gain the ability to communicate, and this spell comes from your staff. So I think it's up to you what this looks like to other people and what it sounds like to you.
But do they? All right. I'm gonna open my voice. It's not gonna sound great. You know those people at karaoke who like they try really hard, but they're clearly not the best singer in the room. The whales are the best singer in the room. I'm that person at karaoke. I'm gonna open my mouth and like Dory from Finding Nemo, just yell out in whale song, "Hello." For 2 seconds, I did think about attempting it, but I'm really not that good.
Hello.
Hello.
So
Your
to
singing is
your
so good.
yeah, to everybody else, it just sounds like a faint singing noise, like whales. To
That was
you,
nice for you to say it.
to you, you hear it kind of layered. Hello.
My friend thinks you're really cool. Totally said hello.
Friend.
Okay. Now, call. I don't speak well usually.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure if they said hello, friend, as in you are my friend, and they said hello, or they called you friend. You might be their friend now. Or might not be their friend now.
Can you ask if they remember me?
Do you remember my friend here? Are they looking at us?
Yeah, they are. You get like a slow blink and a nod.
Like a cat.
And
I
yeah.
think that means they like us. Or they're tired. I'm not 100% sure.
Friend.
Okay. Here's the thing. I have absolutely no idea if that's like really good friend, but I'm just gonna tell Cole, yeah, you're their friend now.
Okay.
What are you gonna say to them?
He's just gonna like hum a short little tune, and then afterwards he's gonna turn to him and just be like, do you think it sounds cool? Do you think it sounds alright?
Did you like? I don't know if music is gonna sound like music to them, or if you just asked them where the bathroom was. I don't know.
Friend sings good.
Oh,
You did. You should keep doing that. Do you think they want to come with us instead?
But then they'll move all of the mother's eye.
Hap.
They can leave it behind.
Odrun's
fine.
gonna
No,
kind
look,
of like.
they got the harnesses.
Odrun's
Huh.
gonna kind of go up and tap Hap and kind of point at Odrun and Ada and kind of mime, "Can we go touch them?"
Okay. As a fellow animal beastborn, is that rude? To go touch people?
Touch
You
it,
could
so
ask.
bored without I'm asking, can you ask them if we can
Yeah,
go
you-
touch them?
You do have a means of asking them.
Mhm.
Okay.
That was the
I
whole
just
point.
didn't know if I had a base knowledge of like animal interaction level of politeness here. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
these ones seem intelligent enough that it would be polite to ask.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Do you like pets?
Belly rubs.
Okay.
And then the other one
I'm just gonna
harmonizes.
look
Belly
at
rubs.
I'm gonna look at Adrun and Ada. I am just gonna put my paw on my belly and rub it, and then point to the fish.
Hey. Sorry, I'm being attacked.
Yeah, they don't
That
like
sign is rather self-explanatory.
Yes.
yes.
And then can we pet the fish?
we go
Yeah.
rub the belly.
Yeah. Go rub the belly.
Fish.
All right.
This is the best.
I'm
Very fun.
gonna be here as a translator. If anybody else would like to ask the whale.
I think that was all Colorly needed.
Okay.
Yeah, you pretty much just hear them going, oh, yes.
I don't think I need to translate that. I'm just gonna ask, are you happy?
Yes.
Whale intonation always gets me. Is it an accent? Is it like my understanding?
Yeah, you
Cool.
you innately understand the intent. Like, they're saying yes for sure.
I feel like this is just a weird way to stop me from undoing these harnesses, but okay. They said they're fine. Alright, well. I'm just gonna wait around a little bit, rubbing the belly and waiting to see if anybody else would like to say anything. As I just rub the belly with my tiny little paws. Like that. Scratchies.
One of the seer fish says, see again?
Yes. I mean, he didn't hear that, but
Yes! Awesome.
awesome, cool, so cool, awesome. I also think in this
Alright.
moment, Cole is realizing, Grim Sign Language is helpful when more people know it when we can't talk,
Oh, shit.
and I'm realizing that now. Because I'm sure Ada just standing there off to the side.
We have to
Yeah,
see
That
it.
was all. That was all he needed.
Okay.
that's fine.
So you all are easily able to make your way back to your ship, just directly from underwater, bypassing all of the pathways and the bridges and the roads. Sorry, just getting all my noises up to date.
We should do it again. There was like no foot traffic. I think we should just do that all the time.
Trace works underwater for future. Yeah, let's do that.
It's very cold now.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
I
shake
had-
at my fur, whip around my
I'm used
tail,
to
get the
that.
water all off.
I don't know any magic about this.
Let's get
That
you
would be
some
really
blankets. I'm
helpful.
sure we've got plenty on here.
Yeah, Cole tries to find a blanket, but he can only find like the piece of fabric that is his dress, and just like throws it over
There you go. Just
over the
drapes it
vest.
over you.
It's like
Um,
gauzy.
Yeah.
Doesn't help much.
Really.
Yeah, so first off, your crew only has a brief moment of being startled noticing you come in from the side. It's like, yeah, okay, that tracks.
Hello.
They're mostly going about their business, wrapping things up for the evening. It's getting late. Most of them are already back from like the feasting halls and all that. The only one that seems like even a little bit out of place is Skuld, who is up by the figurehead. Like it looks like if she could be perched on top of the figurehead, she would. But she's kind of leaning on it and just like staring up at the moon. She looks a little bit on guard, a little bit tense. Not like she's relaxing, but just a little bit stiff and rigid.
Can I go talk to her? Gold.
Yeah.
Do you want to come with us?
Mm-hmm. I'm getting
You know you
restless.
Okay. Fair. You know you can go off and do whatever you want, right?
Go where?
I don't know. Nowhere.
That is a place.
She keeps
Pretty nice
staring
place.
up at the sky.
What are you looking for?
Don't know yet.
Also very
Haven't-
fair.
Haven't ever had the chance to figure out what I want.
Take your time. It's something we should all have.
Are we leaving soon?
In the morning, I think. Well,
She seems
go
like she
ahead.
would be comfortable if you just stay in silence. But yeah, go ahead and say whatever you're about to say.
Well, if you do figure out something that you want, let us know. We'll try to help you find it. And I'll just linger a bit, and then not so long it's awkward, hopefully.
Yeah. No, she's it's a companionable silence at least.
Ada likes those.
Yeah. Let's see. Other than that, the rest of the crew is pretty settled. Taff seems to be like on watch, just making sure nobody like gets onto the ship without permission. Let's see. Aaron and Brick are like snoring in cots, like pretty close together. Pom Pom starts like thumping his foot in his sleep because he's already like zoned down.
Love Pom Pom.
Love him.
But is there anything else anybody wants to do before taking a long rest?
Snuggled up with my tree and my dray.
Do a little
Right,
journaling,
go
I
ahead.
guess.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody go
I'll-
ahead and yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I'll probably start doing whatever Ada's attempt at at talking to the voice is kind of probably most nights, just like it's like it's gonna be her new mental unpacking, and not really expecting a response most of the time.
Understood.
Are you gonna take the ring off while
Alright.
you do that? That way Senric doesn't interject, or
Yeah,
Eh.
yeah. I'll probably forget at some point.
Let's see. There was like a. What music track did I want to do for this?
oh, whoops, I did that prematurely. My apologies.
Oh, did we?
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't even notice anything. Okay. I can't remember if this track has like random parts where it gets louder, but I'll just let it be chill for a little bit. Okay, so you all wake up the next morning. It's chilly but bright. It looks like the snow from yesterday has pretty much dissipated, leaving very clear skies. So it's a very chilly sort of day, but at least the skies are clear. There's a bit of a breeze that you should be able to take advantage for sailing. Um, Couple things I do want to resolve. Number one, you all actually get not one, but 2 glory points for everything you've been able to get done at Drift Hall. So I can't give you a level up right now, but let's see. That's glory level
Should be 9.
8 and 9 next, right?
9.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 and 9.
Same glory level now?
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
We get gifts? What kind of
Uh,
gifts?
Oh,
We're
Give me
pledging.
one
Hey.
second.
figureheads.
All right. Let's see. You receive gifts when visiting any settlement friendly to you. At such time, you receive 2d20 silver pieces and a random item from the trinkets table. Odor, you're the new guy. Go ahead and get it. Oh, okay. So shipbuilders compete to design fearsome figureheads to adorn your longships. You're now able to purchase the rarest of these. Additionally, once per long rest, you may attempt a boast with advantage to demand a debt be forgiven. Great job, Odor. All right, back to work, everybody.
So
Great
much
job.
power to have in that little additionally sentence.
I know. I forgot
yes.
about boast. Honestly, I'm gonna have to look that up again.
Mhm.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so
Just-
boasting is where you risk glory points to give yourself bonuses on persuasion and intimidation checks. So you risk losing that glory, but it does give you, like, if you succeed, then your glory is safe. There's also a way to tie your glory together so that you don't risk as much because you're all, like, oath sworn to each other. But yeah, we can refresh the rules on that
Yeah.
later.
I'll have to look at that.
Point of order for everyone. Ada wakes up with 2 levels of exhaustion.
Ooh.
Not have gone
Okay,
with the
actually,
fishies that night.
This is a question we haven't encountered yet. So I had
Yeah.
1 level of exhaustion the day
Right.
before.
So the long rest
Does that
takes
one
that
go
one
away?
off.
Okay,
Mhm.
I was hoping it
Yeah.
wasn't going to be at 3.
Yeah, no.
Great,
Oh.
great.
Yeah. So yeah, honestly, the situation you're in right now is the only situation where you kind of need to worry because
Yeah.
like you can only lose 1 level each time you
Yep.
sleep. So um,
Speed is 20, mine is
lovely.
40. All d20 rolls.
Yep.
Yay.
Yep, and a -10 to your walking speed.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
As soon as we leave, she will be in tusk form because I'm a little faster that way.
Yep. So one little obstacle you notice before being able to leave, there seems to be a messenger, one that you're not familiar with. Um, it's a woman, just a regular looking raider, but she's wearing Lutan colors. She says, the lineal of the Lutans would like to invite the bearers of fate to a breakfast. that he is hosting in your honor before you depart.
Nah.
Crawl.
Oh.
Uh,
I don't know that we can refuse this.
Yeah. Crawl,
Wow.
can we?
It would be quite bad.
Why?
We met with all the other Linuals.
Yeah, but he's a dick and we hate him.
yeah, we do, but
fair,
Technically, we're
but
part of the Oran
sometimes-
clan, and we have something in the works against them.
right.
You know what?
But he is
Okay, go ahead. Are you first?
okay. Thank you. Yeah, I was going to say, Kari Branaskar is one of the most prominent, most powerful clan chiefs. So, I don't see the harm in accepting the invitation of only to gather more information, even if you think he's a dick.
Hap, if you really don't want to come, you don't have to.
Oh, no way am I letting you, as I look at Ada, clearly about to die on her feet here, go over there. No way. That's silly. You know what?
Fine.
Fine. We should go, but I want to bring another clan with us. I want to be in the Briefport clan.
The what clan?
The what
What?
clan?
Oh, the Beastborns.
Beastborn. Yeah. Yeah, you
That
know
was
what?
an
We
idea
haven't
of
met
forming
with
that was an
that.
idea.
That's not a clan, I'm
one
so
guy.
sorry.
So what? I don't care.
Okay.
Do we know where they're
I
located?
want-
Do they have a specific, like, skiff or something?
I don't know. We're going to figure it out. I just
Uh,
think that we should remind that clan, that man, that he can't demand our full attention. We should split our attention with somebody else who I like better.
So,
I think he already knows, considering we haven't visited him yet.
question.
Meh.
Why Beastborn
should-
clan?
Why not?
Do you happen to know that he doesn't like Beastborn? And you just
Do
want to
I
rub
know
it in
he
his
doesn't
face
like-
or something?
Do I know that? I don't know if I
not
know that.
necessarily.
Not
Is
really.
he-
That was
is
not
he
my
a
thought at all.
fucking
Never been
racist?
stated.
Because if he
Is
is, then
he?
I'm totally on board.
I don't think we
Is
know
he a
for certain.
I don't know that we know that.
Do I know
Yeah.
that?
I think that.
No, I
don't
just
think we know
hate him.
that.
Okay.
I don't hate him because he's a terrible person, which he is. I hate him because he was terrible to me. Like, I'm a selfish creature here.
Oh,
Did you say
sorry.
that out loud?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Mm.
Ah.
Okay, cool.
Waiting for you to slip up.
I know, right?
Yeah, no. Okay, so I'm like, I don't know, he's a dick. He's probably racist.
Hap,
I
Fair.
just like the Beastborn it better.
Hap,
That's
would
also
you
fair.
feel better if you went in disguise?
No,
Okay.
Ada, I might be dumb,
Please.
and I am dumb, but if they had a random person mixed in with all y'all, they're still gonna figure out it's me. Who else would it be?
Can we
Another
make
crew
an
member?
agreement, please, to not tell him off for one meal? One meal, please. Just so we can
No.
get the fuck off of this rock
We
safely.
get off this rock now. I'm
I'm
worried
not
about
sure-
safety.
I'm
I
not
would've,
sure even
like,
I can
had the
promise
little
that.
flame stones on my belt. I have little flame stones on my belt.
I'm not sure
Just
that's something
within
even
reason,
I
just
could
don't
promise,
cause
much
any
less
fight.
Hap.
Dude,
Okay,
we're a drift call.
so
If they
how
attack us, we have like
about-
a million like clans, so like
How about don't start something? If
Oh,
they start
thank you,
something, you
Rolf.
retaliate in kind.
Great. Perfect.
Are you
thank you,
sure we
Rolf.
can't bring like another like more likable group with us to all have breakfast together?
We could bring the
Do
war.
we have to be alone?
We could bring the war.
Is there chocolate
We
in
could bring
this
apples.
world?
Technically, aren't the war in between us and the Lutans? Let's just invite them.
Yeah, we could pick up apples on the way.
Does chocolate
Rolf, it's not a
exist
bad idea.
in
Did
this
they
world?
find that an insult?
Honey exists in this world and sugar
no.
exists. I don't think chocolate
Oh, I was
exists.
gonna feed it to the wolves.
That does make sense.
God damn.
Wow.
Anyway. Okay, so you want to see if you can get Athels in?
Is that a bad
No.
idea?
Is that bad?
Would
Like,
they
is
find
that
that an
acceptable
insult?
to do? Yeah.
I don't know why you
Only
are
to
so
the
worried
extent
about
of like, it
insulting
might be
people.
rude to invite additional guests when you all are the ones being
Yeah.
invited.
That's what I was
Okay,
thinking.
how about
Fine.
some
Like
more
you
of
could get
our
away with it,
crew?
but
What if we were to take
We're
like
breaking Rolf.
Scald and
I-
Frolf
Yes.
and
great.
maybe tell Brick and Aaron to stand there and not say something? Um, what if we were to take some of them? Would that be considered wrong?
No,
No,
they're
there
your
are
crew. That's completely valid.
Let's
Can I
take
make
some
more
scary
people my
people with
crew?
us.
Totally.
Okay.
Okay, while this is
Um,
going on, I'm gonna signal to a Karn to go scope out the place.
I'm
Invisibly.
also, before we leave the ship, going to message Ragna and say, not message sending, to Ragna and say, we're invited to breakfast. We're coming. I need you to tell me if there's anything fucked up going on.
Is breakfast the most insulting meal of the day they could invite us to, though?
What?
This feels like of the options for meals, it feels the most insulting somehow.
Ragnar sends back nothing violent that I know of, but doesn't hurt to keep an eye out.
That was a deeply unhelpful response.
Mm.
I just say in my head. Jory is coming with me in owl form.
Skuld happily straps her sword to her waist. Okay, so the escort raises 0 objections to your entourage. Um, so Hrolf, Skuld, and your amusingly silent Aaron and Brick, kind of trailing along behind you, trying to look like intimidating. Like Aaron is definitely sticking out his like tattooed peck as much as he can.
Stick
What add to the
tattoo.
intimidation? I really don't know.
I just want to get art of him.
This might at least throw him off.
Yeah.
True.
All right, so they escort you to the largest of the Lutan ships. Kari Brannisker is at the head of a long wooden table. The escort kind of gestures to you to like sit anywhere at the table. There's a couple of like attendants and advisors sitting next to Kari Brannisker, so none of you are gonna have to sit like immediately adjacent to the guy. But he leaves the far end of the table free. Hap, you do see your old acquaintances, the sisters, not the twins. They're not twins; they are sisters. They just look a lot alike now.
Inger and Ingun?
Yeah. They're kind of like lurking on the sides of the room, just kind of watching things.
Is Midrash there?
Medrash is there, but he's not at the table.
Smart.
A couple of honestly what looks to be thralls put some dishes in front of all of you. And you could tell because they don't have any weaponry on them. Usually everybody has like at least a dagger or something, but they're completely unarmed. Kari starts drinking a bit of his mead and talking as he's like eating. And he's like, "Oh, please, help yourselves to offerings here."
Prior
Thank
to
you.
arriving, did a Karn pick up anything useful, interesting?
Roll perception or investigation for Karn.
Alright, well, come on, Akarn, you are smarter than me, so I'm really hoping. Perception or investigation?
Mm-hmm.
Right, with perception here. Ow! Akarn, why you do this to me? You would do this to me way too much.
Yeah, Akarn knows like how many armed raiders there are in the room. That's about it.
Okay, that's still important. That's still important.
Yeah.
Okay, a little bit.
Yeah.
How many can I take on, in Karn's opinion? Does the Karn think I can take him out?
Can't we all just count how many raiders are in the room?
Well, Karn
This
was
is
able to get
primal
like
to
at least close enough to count the weapons.
this is
But
prior to our
it
arrival.
it would be challenging but not insurmountable with the especially with the people you've brought with you.
That was gonna sound like a compliment, and now it sounds like an insult to me somehow. And a compliment to everyone else. Thank you, Karn, as always, for your vote of confidence.
You
What would I
know,
do without you?
I ought to be offended by the slight. You see, I've heard tell that you went to visit all the other clan chiefs of the major clans, and I seem to have been not in your dance card for your visit here. And then I go on to discover that a few of you have uh, history with the Lutan Clan, but you have forsaken such identities in favor of other alliances. Now, this makes me feel twice slighted. He keeps eating, tears some meat off of a bone. Now, I'm a reasonable gentleman. I am not one who wishes to uh, initiate conflict when there need not be. The Lutan clan is prosperous, full of abundance.
Was. Thanks to recent
Is.
events.
We'll see. Current events aside, though, we have expanded our territory significantly, so, but the twice insult is something I'm willing to ignore in favor of a mutually beneficial relationship. You see, I do not want to be on bad terms with the bearers of fate, as you have so been dubbed. Now, uh, again, I'm a reasonable man. I am an honest man. So, it seems that you have found, whatever reason in your past, to not trust me. So, as a token of my goodwill, to show you that I am serious, I would like to offer you some supplies, some rations to help you. I understand that you are about to make quite a long journey to Farlanding. You'll certainly want those rations as you get into that inner continent territory. Uh, I can certainly supply you with that. Can have it load onto your boat in the next minute before you can even blink an eye. I do also have any signals for somebody to bring him something. It seems to be a short sword, sheathed. He says, now this short sword, it does work well enough in combat, but also you might notice this little gem on the pommel here. It can heat you up like a campfire without creating any smoke or light if you don't want it to. Certainly something that you might find useful in your travels. And I would like to offer this to you as a gift.
You speak as though you're rather familiar with us. What do you know of us?
Oh, little handful of things. You are Ada Sivloke. Now, Siv was a brilliant fighter, uh, well respected in our community. Uh, to be frank, I disapproved of Gunner's actions when I found out he took money to attack your family, and I'm very deeply sorry and deeply troubled by your loss.
And yet I still hear that he's in the inner circle. So there could be slights both ways, don't you think? At least on my part.
Well, if Gunner's what gets in the way of us having a amicable relationship, I suppose I can distance him from affluence in my activities.
Not up to me. I'm not the only one here.
Well, I'm not expecting any miracles as of yet today. I do know that you all have your various stories and histories, and I respect that you might not be ready to fully sit down with us. I merely wanted to offer these gifts to you, and also any lodgings that you might need in Tun Arg. I do have this letter with my stamp on it. My steward Rorn will be able to provide you with whatever lodgings and supplies you need if you happen to pass by that way.
Insight check this man.
Absolutely, anybody
I
who
would.
wants to.
I want to
Please.
insight check when he says that he knows our various stories. Does he seem to be targeting like specific people in our party, including myself? Like, ow, cat. Okay, I'm not good at this, so this is just really just a roll in the dark here.
Can I also
My curse is broken.
Nice.
can I also ask a question that probably requires a history check?
Mm-hmm.
Aside from Sindri, do I know of other high-level mages in the Lutan clan?
Yeah, let's make this a history check.
Should have.
Oh, that's a
Oh
nat
my
20.
Nat 20, so
Ooh.
minus 4
Girl.
penalty, don't got
Even with
nothing
the
on
minus
it.
4
Ugh.
penalty, it's still above 20.
Yeah.
Call should have a dirty 20. You're next to me.
Yeah, so,
Something.
most magicians don't tend to rise to prominent political positions. Um, like, unless you're a cleric or something. Cleric or a seer, like the Volve. The Volve have their own prominence. So you would have known of maybe a couple of clerics to Luda. But as far as like arcane magic users, there was nobody prominently placed in the Lutan clan. Nobody with like nobody that was like really trusted by the prominent political authorities the way Sindri was.
Okay. Trying to suss out if I think taking these things could allow anyone to scry on us easily. Okay, that's helpful. Thank you.
Yep. Okay, so let's see. Back to the insight checks. Let's see.
Does this man know who I am? Maybe?
Yeah, so he seems really not sure about who you are.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, he's not looking like scared or like you know something.
Should be scared.
You know,
He did know me.
he for you he seems to be making general assumptions based on you being beastborn, knowing that he has overtaken various forests. It seems to be the same thing with Cull, but you can tell he knows a little bit more about Cull from Medrash.
Better.
Yeah. And then Ada, he pretty much knows the gist of what happened to her Baindar family, her Raider family. He's not really indicating that he knows that she's Tuss, though.
What about me? Does he know anything about me?
I would assume the orange stuff.
I got a 17,
Um,
so...
Yeah. You suspect that he might notice that you're not quite elven.
Oh.
Whoa.
Nice job on his
But he
insight
doesn't-
check.
He doesn't seem to be kicking up a fuss about it.
That's good.
I did kind of make you run around with leaves on yourself, so oops. You
At
did
this
look very
point.
true, like the one day that I controlled you.
At this point, that was one of the less damaging things you could have done, so.
Yeah, my potential was.
Your potential
Real
was
quick, are
crazy.
any of you
Tame. My potential is contained.
Just so I know, are any of you eating or drinking?
I'm moving my food around on my plate. If there's
Is
plate.
it a slight
Could
to
I
not
check
eat or
to
drink?
see at all if the food's been poisoned or anything?
Let's make that medicine or investigation.
If it's
No.
a slight not to eat or drink, I'm not eating or drinking.
It's a little bit insulting, especially in a time of food scarcity.
I am here.
Okay.
It's
Hmm.
not a one.
You're not sure.
Odrun would be sipping mead and pretending.
Yeah,
I think
that's
Maybe
all
not
I would drink.
convincingly, especially since I suspect he knows. But
Mhm.
I think Cole is eating and drinking just for the excuse to not have to talk.
fair.
Is Inger or Ingun eating or drinking? The
Um,
sisters? You said they weren't at the
each,
table.
Yeah, they each seem to have like a mug of cider and like a small like pastry and a napkin, basically. They're just kind of like nibbling on a light breakfast off to the side.
What's my breakfast look like on this plate that I'm not eating from in comparison?
There's some fruits and nuts.
Is this
There also seems
stereotyping?
to be no, like that's on everybody's plates.
Oh, okay. Cool.
These are just common travel snacks.
Well, we're
There's
trying
like raisins.
This guy's like speciest right now, and this would be a great way to tell.
Yeah.
true.
No, there's raisins. There's like pastry that has what looks like honey and a little bit of sugar like sprinkled on it.
I wish it was chocolate.
It looks very sweet and very sticky. So it's something of a delicacy.
Is that what the sisters are eating?
Yes.
Ow. I was gonna give it to them instead if they weren't. Yeah, oh well. Shame. Okay, is Frolf eating or drinking?
Of course
Yes.
he is.
He.
Of course
He was raised with
What a
impeccable
what a
manners.
guy.
Yep.
What a guy.
Rolf was raised way better than any of us.
Alright.
Yep.
Is the rest
Skull
of our
is just
crew
standing
eating?
behind you all, by the way. She's
Nice.
Just
Good.
sit down.
scanning the room severely.
A woman after my own heart.
Good.
Love her. They're great. Yeah, I'm just gonna
Well-
like pass down my plate to like, who do we bring? Brick? I don't
Mhm.
know. Yeah.
Pass
He
Are
was
they
it to
Rick,
the
hungry?
Aaron, and
boys.
Scald.
Yeah.
Okay. Are the boys hungry?
Always.
Great, they can have my plate. I'm just gonna like pass down my plate to them.
Care of the crew first.
Sure.
They
sure,
kind of
that's
slink
fine.
up to the bag and like nibble on it. Well, yes.
Oh, I think I would to call. Do we need more supplies on our ship, Captain?
Do we? I cannot remember.
Kind of trying
it
to let
wouldn't
you
hurt.
make a
Yeah.
call.
I was gonna say I'd at least ask Frolf, because isn't Frolf kind of our bosun?
Last I checked, in terms of supplies, we're reasonably well equipped. Though it would make our journey a lot easier. Have to do a lot less hunting and foraging to bring supplies with us.
I think you could tell that Cull hates this, but he doesn't think there's any other good option aside from accepting in the long run.
Cool. Hap was gonna see that and gonna respond, "Sir, you may give us whatever you feel would make you happy to give us." That's it.
We appreciate your generosity.
No, we don't. I'm gonna look at Ada. No, we don't. I didn't. That's what my face says to you. We
Ada
don't
glares
appreciate
back
it.
and it says, "I was raised with manners."
Okay, fair.
Your
I
manners
did forget
suck.
that Ada was raised with manners too.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, don't question the princess.
My bad.
Oh my god.
Um,
Ada, don't eat your
he's like-
princess face right now.
We're not in your princess place, right?
Well,
This way,
I
my
am
face
going
is very
to.
vocal, what can I say?
I'm gonna go get my crews prepared for their journeys. But it was a pleasure meeting all of you, and please reach out to me or my folk if you are in need of anything else, or if there's anything else that the Lutan Clan can do for you.
Did we accept everything he gave us?
I think so.
The sword is
Um,
included.
This is stupid. There's 4 of us and 1 sword. What is that nonsense?
well, it's a
I mean, it's a
campfire
valuable
sword.
magical item.
It's
Who
true.
makes a...
Those don't
I mean,
grow on. Doesn't grow on trees.
they
Unlike you,
do!
Hap.
If it's an ironwood tree, you know how many great weapons can be made from an ironwood tree? This
So
weapon would
yeah,
be better.
it is a short sword which does
True.
the d6 of damage and has the Vex property. And there is a red stone, not like a gem or something, but it is a very finely polished, like sedimentary rock. That it's like red with brown speckles in it. And you see a couple of, you see like a little inscription that has like basically instructions how to activate it.
And also the letter to his steward.
Yes, there's a signed message to Rorn, Rorn, the steward. It says exactly what he said. It's to commanding him to provide accommodations should the heroes visit Tanarg.
This, well,
And he gives you basically a month's supplies of rations.
nice.
And then
Okay.
he gets up to leave.
Yep.
Okay,
And we
Let's
can
get-
stab him in the back?
let's storm out of here.
As we're walking back, I'm gonna be like, I don't know if we should take this sword with us. It's so specific. I'm really scared that they could use it to track us down or spy on us. But I
Well,
also might be being paranoid.
I
But you
mean,
can use
I
objects
know
as a focus.
next to nothing about Arcana, but from what I've heard, at least, can't scry spells aren't they very limited as to what you can see around it? You can't really
That's
see
true.
much else around it.
True.
I mean, they
don't
could
know,
pretty
it
much just
is-
see the
you
sword.
put me on edge.
That's fair.
Oh,
I
real quick, sorry.
think-
Sorry, the stone in the pommel acts as a thermal cube, which is an actual D&D item that you can look up. So,
Cool.
Does the stone need to be attached to the sword for that to work?
I don't think we know.
yeah, you're not sure right off the bat just from looking at it.
I don't know if we would be able to detach it.
Why not? Look at Odrune. How dare you doubt Odrune?
I think
I'm
as you
the
walk
first
back
nice
to
thing you've said to me.
I also
as you
have,
get back,
What? I have complimented you many times. You make a beautiful tree. You just don't know how to, like, drink enough water, I don't think. Or grow new leaves.
as you get back to the ship, Skuld says, "Well, he seemed full of himself."
Mm,
Oh, we hate him.
We
We
hate
hate
him
him.
so much.
We hate him.
I'm
He
just
knows it,
imagining,
obviously.
like, the girls clique out of school being like, I hate him, therefore we all hate him. And Skull is
No, but we actually all hate him on
no,
our
we
own.
actually do
Yeah,
all hate him.
well,
Yeah, no.
but Skull has to figure that out now, too.
That's true.
You're in
Skull,
good-
let
you're in
us
good
tell you a
company.
little story about a volcano. In case we haven't
God.
told you.
Ah,
And why I wanted to punch the smug look off his face when he said, oh, maybe, they're still prosperous. Such a fucking lie.
You did very, very well, Odrune.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Can I do an insight check to see if they'll finally let me poison the guy now? Anybody wanna do a referral that you want me to poison him? No? Okay.
Only
All
if
right,
it's
how
so
long is-
acting and it won't show up until we've been gone for like 2 weeks.
I'm sure there's somebody else on this Drip Tall that hates him would also take the blame for that. In fact, if enough people take the blame, then we're all fine. Surely everyone
Radio
hates
Rebel.
him.
What a
Everyone.
circle of logic that was.
It's a
I think
great
it was doing a
circle.
Julius Caesar kind of thing.
Mhm.
We all stab. Then we're all fine.
If we all stop, are we all guilty or are we all innocent?
I don't know.
Yes.
We don't know who did the killing blow.
It's true.
If we just put, like, if everybody throws in a poison, we don't know which poison killed him. So I am both equally guilty and not guilty.
Does,
Schrodinger's guilt right there.
does the crew at least seem happy with the rations we just got? The extras?
Yes. Yeah, and Brick and Aaron pretty much start going through it, and they're actually kind of impressed with some of the fare. It's very, very well organized. It should keep really well. There's like some jerky. There's like even some well preserved like salted fish in there. But yeah, it's like a solid month for your crew. Odor is also on the ship now. So the blue-skinned tall folk with the shaggy bowl cut, and his name's Odor. Like,
Oh my god.
like
I
why?
feel a little bad for the guy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole vibe. He just seems like a little bit pitiful because he's like always slouching. He always has his like shoulders turned in. So he looks like he's trying not to take up too much space. He's kind of like perched on a bench towards the back. But he looks like strong and ready to row.
Odor, welcome
Right,
to
well.
the crew.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I hope to be helpful. Well, the wind is on our side. Anything that you need doing before we get off to sea?
When we decided we were going to Farlanding and we are going to make a couple stops, I messaged Ragna and told her and said to show up if she wanted to come. Does
True.
she?
Oh, let's see.
Because we have all the
she
gave us.
Yeah, she declines the invite. She has her assignments for keeping the shop running here, and she wants to be here in case Vandal arrives.
She have like a fiance or something crazy too.
I think that was Vandal.
Yeah, Vandal.
Yes.
Right, that guy. That person, I
guy.
don't know. I don't know. Stand for the fiance. Okay.
Yep.
So do we still have one moonstone gem left?
Which stone? Sorry.
Moonstone gem. It's still on our loot, so I wanted to make sure. Looks like we still have one in our loot
Yeah,
thing.
I'm not keeping track of the loot. So.
Cool. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna get a little baggie. I'm gonna put it in a baggie. I'm going to write a little note. And on that note, I'm gonna write, please take care of yourself. You still have a friend outside of the clan. I'm gonna put a little paw print on it. I'm gonna hand it to a Karn, this little baggie with a note, and I'm gonna have a Karn sneak it to the sisters. In case for some reason anybody to ever escape that place. Because I don't know, none of them ever seemed happy in your descriptions. So, and then I'm gonna have a Karn.
They're severe people.
I'm gonna have a Karn deliver this secretly. Probably to
Okay.
the older sister, let's be real. Inger is probably gonna be better at this.
Okay.
Because the gem's worth like 40 gold. I figured that's a good way to like get him out of there initially, while also being subtle, because it's not like a giant bag of gold. And I'm just gonna, until like we are like literally a Karn has to fly out to the ship because we're like on our way. A Karn's just gonna kind of watch him to see the reaction.
Okay. Yeah, so Akarn very easily, invisibly, plops it down on what seems to be one of their hammocks that they have set up on one of the Lutan ships. Um, uh, let's see, which one's the older sister? Inger.
Anger.
Inger, yeah. Inger notices it first. She does see the note, reads it, pulls out the stone curiously, shows it to her sister. And they the impression that Karn gets is that they're just curious about it, and grateful for just the reconnection.
Cool.
One more thing, just before we leave. A couple sessions ago, we said we were going to maybe purchase some things in between. I would have wanted to get the paired stones that if you break one, the other breaks. And since Siobhan's staying, give her one of them, and if she needs us, to break it.
Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead and deduct the cost from your inventory. Amazing. All right, so let's see. You're headed to Otso, right? Or I could ask as Trolf. Where are we going? Otso? That middle of the Three Sisters island there?
The party place?
Yes, please.
Maybe.
Great. We should be able to get there by, I think, this evening.
Okay.
But I do want to commend everyone for not murdering anybody at breakfast. So well done, all.
Thank you, Rolf.
Thank you, Rolf.
Thanks.
And yeah, I am certainly glad that you're getting the evidence you need because you know, it's the right thing to do to get justice.
Also, he's a bit of a prick, so you know, might as well take him down.
Well, most politicians are.
Fair.
Sounds like you've had experience.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything in particular that you all do on the ship for the rest of the day on your way to Otso?
I asked to be excused from rowing.
Yep.
I'll take Ada's shift.
Thankfully, Odor seems to be doing the work of two people. He's grabbing like one oar on each side of the ship in each hand, and just like the ship almost lurches with how effectively he's rowing.
Sweet.
I just had a mental image of Pom Pom trying to row, but like coming up off of the bench every time the oar is moving.
I feel like
Basically,
Pom Pom would try to help Odor, and it'd be even higher.
Pom Pom usually tries to share an oar with Hap, or Ada, like whoever is the one that needs like help that day.
So cute.
Yeah, we would be the ones, I guess.
Yeah.
I
I'm
was
also
like,
in my
oh,
test
okay.
form once we leave.
Amazing.
Oh yeah, we didn't warn. Order's here still.
We did not warn Odor, did we?
About what?
That's one.
What are we warning him about? What?
You. Platform. You just
Oh.
transformed in front of the.
Your
You
alternative.
just transformed in front of the guy.
I forgot. I didn't
If he has an
forget.
issue with
I
it, we can just throw him
on the
overboard.
ship.
It's true.
Throw him.
Yeah, overboard.
I don't think he'll have a problem with it, considering his
I'm sure it's
alternative to us is
That's
or
true.
death. So you know.
That's true.
Yeah, he
But
heard
if he
all of that,
said-
and he is shutting up. Like,
I mean, if
I
he has
just
any
meant
sense,
that
he would
he
like
was
you in
gladly
this form
he's
better
gonna
than
kill
your
him.
other
making
form.
waves.
Cole pats him on the shoulder.
Threateningly or like competitively, because you were scary a
However
second
he
ago.
wants to take it.
That's cool. Also, this is clearly your better form anyway. We've already
Thank you,
established
Hap.
that.
It's the only compliment you ever give me.
What? I think you're so good at magic. So good that you stole call away from my impossible training lesson I never got to do. Anyway.
Is that
You
loud?
say that out loud?
Depends. Do you understand squirrel mumblings?
No.
Exactly.
No, you know we don't understand squirrel mumblings.
Exactly. All the stuff I wish I could say to your face, don't, because I hold back, is said in very chittery squirrel language. The
We're
only
still gonna
animal
ask.
language I know.
Well, does
What?
she mumble and squirrel at you, or is it just us?
Of course she does. What?
Okay,
What?
okay, okay.
I'm a squirrel.
Mhm.
I'm a
This is normal. That's what we do.
This is normal. This is what we do. Uhtred just starts
That's
making
her way
fun
of
of
passing
Squirrel
it.
culture, that's very insulting.
you. What in squirrel
All
culture?
right,
It's insulting to
so-
repeat what someone says.
You in
Um,
tree culture, not squirrel culture. You're not a squirrel. You're a tree.
Technically, it's me culture, but that's it.
so you, well, actually, let's have, somebody make a navigator's tools check.
That's me.
Guidance on whoever's doing it.
Oh, your guidance feels weird.
Well, it helps, so.
Okay. I'm suddenly reminded about going swimming. Okay. How do I do that again?
So it's in your
Here we
tool
go.
proficiencies in the left column.
It's
Yep.
been a while.
And then D4.
And plus
Mhm.
guidance. Yep.
Hey!
Hey.
Look at that. It's a dirty 20.
Mm-hmm. Dirty 20.
Pew, pew, pew,
You plot a very efficient course to
Obviously.
Otso. You make great time. It's not even sunset by the time you get there, so you could be like there and like out by morning if you're like if you time things well enough.
What's the tree
So-
situation like?
All right, let me.
First question. First question.
Yeah, let me describe.
Always.
First question.
There
Trees.
are trees. Let me start with that.
Mm.
There are for sure trees. So, this island, you, first off, it's very easy to see where the settlement is. You step onto the dock, which is an interesting mixture of like whalebone and wooden planks with like an awning of bone overhead. There's like snow that's been cleared to make a path from the dock. What you notice, the first thing you notice is yes, there are trees. There's a bit of a forested area in the distance that you can see. The first thing everybody else notices, and the second thing that Hap notices, is the inhabitants here. Most of them appear to be bears walking upright, like wearing pants. Their fur is a variety of colors, like brown, black, white. And then most of the rest of the inhabitants that aren't these bears are beastborn, like deerborn, beaverborn, sealborn. That's kind of like looks like they're like tying boats to the docks.
Ooh.
There's a small handful of like humans and elves, but it's predominantly these bear-looking figures and a handful of beastborn.
Squirrel?
As they invite you onto the docks, you do see one or two squirrelborn, yeah.
My chittering will finally be understood.
Yeah. But yeah, you're easily helped onto the docks by the dock workers. They're like, "Oh, hey there!" From like this throng of bear people. You notice that most of the bears have no teeth, except they're wearing necklaces of teeth around their necks, like of bear teeth. But one of the dock workers who's like tying off a rope for you is like, "Welcome to Otso."
Is this
You-
weird?
Thank you. Is there any check I can make to try and figure what's going on?
Please.
So this can be nature or arcana. Yeah, I think those are the main ones.
I'm gonna guide myself because I really want to know what's going on here.
Right.
Would I have to make the same check,
Wow.
or do I have to do a different check? I don't know if this is like a Beastborn might know kind of thing.
23.
Okay. So Ada's able to figure it out. So the bear people are werebears. They have lycanthropy. Um, so werewolves aren't really a
Lame.
thing here, because of the rarity of wolves, but in Grimnir, most people who experience lycanthropy take the form of bears.
That's lame. I wanted Beastborn. Bears.
A lot of
Where
the
are my
people here are
Beastborn bears?
beastborn.
There are also Beastborn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the there's a couple of the bears that do seem to be beastborn. You're able to notice like the distinctive features that make them stand out just a smidge.
Yeah,
But
those
you
are the
know.
real bears. These are the not real bears.
Do you think squirrels that aren't Beastborn are not real squirrels?
Oh no.
Okay, first off, that is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about somebody who started off as elf human. Is this an affliction that only hits humans? Because that's what I'm currently about to believe here. Or do elves get this too?
I think anyone can.
Or is it like any? Could I get inflicted with bear lycanthropy? Could I turn into a bear with it?
Yeah,
That's weird. I
so
don't like it.
lycanthropy so lycanthropy you can either be born with it, or it can be spread via bite. And once you are affected by it, you can turn into either a full beast form, your original form, or a hybrid form. Most of the people here seem to be in their hybrid forms.
See, I'm always like this. This is weird. Not. They're less connected to the natural animal form, just a little bit. I mean, obviously,
Hap.
they're better than like maybe
Hap.
a full,
Hap.
but like this one is like
Hap.
a little bit less. You know, it's just
Hap.
there seems to be a disconnect. I don't know.
Hap.
Like having an accent. What?
You're being judgy. They're
I'm
nice.
always
Let's go.
judgy.
Uh-huh.
Happy making a lot of generalizations about an experience you haven't had.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm just saying that it's a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it's because people like to throw us together a lot, but we're really very different. And it's like, you know, just because they also kind of look like a bear and can walk around doesn't mean they're the same as us. It's like, I don't know.
I assume this is just the background to us
Mhm.
walking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's a rather small village. Also, kind of a unique village in that there's not a lot of the same like cottages and thatched roofs that you would see in other towns. Everybody seems to have like different preferences for like some people have like elevated platforms that they seem to be resting on. Some people seem to have like houses built into the trees. Other people
that what the
seem to have built
squirrels were?
stone dens for themselves. Lots of the stone dens. um,
See,
there is a
this,
mead hall though.
this is a town. Are the squirrels living in the trees?
Yes. And then there are a few similar creatures like chipmunk-born, rodent-born that are like perched up on places.
I will not comment because somebody is gonna call me out. But I do have a better looking tail. Anyway. Oh, I wonder if they have tail care tips. What if they have tail care products? Oh my god, this is great! This is what all the other markets
Joanna, I
have been
can't hear you.
missing! What? Oh, yeah, Joanna.
Oh, yeah, you're
Anyway.
talking. I'm here.
Oh, I didn't see.
Yeah, we don't hear you.
You guys
Did
are
you-
turning-
Anyway, this is what all the other markets have been missing! Oh my
Can you
god,
hear
I
me now?
bet there's
Aha.
stalls.
Yes!
There's
Yay.
stalls just dedicated to brushes and combs.
Hap, what if
Well,
they
let's
have
go
like
to the
an
meat hall.
entire salon for fur care?
What's a salon?
A salon is a
Someone
place
at the meat
that's
hall might
fancy.
know.
There might be one in the
Let's
meat hall.
go there. Ask around for that and the reason we're here.
You know what? I know I call myself dumb, but it's a little bit different when you guys insinuate it.
Alright. So
Nobody's
the meat
calling out
hall.
Uh, Ada's usually just trying to keep Hep moving.
I
That's
am
usually the
moving.
strategy.
I just want to move up the tree. I want a squirrel to show me their home. I want to see the
So yeah,
squirrel
the
trays.
meat hall is like virtually identical to every other meat hall you've been in. It looks just like the one at Drift Hall, just like the one in Nowhere, with of course the notable difference being the number of bears and beastborn. There is a bear bartender. It seems to be a young woman, though it's kind of hard for everybody except Hap to kind of tell like age and gender and all that.
Oh, is anyone being weird about me in my test form? That's a good question. I didn't change because I don't feel good.
Right. Yeah, you don't really see anybody making comments about that here.
Great.
Is
Great.
any potential clan-like imagery? Like, is this possibly the beginning of that Beastborn clan we heard a mention of?
I thought it was metal.
Painting! Did we buy his paintings? I didn't buy his art!
I said
I knew I was forgetting! I was gonna go visit! Oh no!
I said
Yeah,
I
I
bought
thought
one.
somebody bought
Yeah.
one.
I did.
I was
Yeah.
so out of it.
Yeah, I thought we did.
Yeah.
I was gonna go
Um.
back.
Yeah, you don't know right off the bat if this is that colony or whatever.
There's no like image, like a symbol or something, a flag, a brooch everyone seems to be wearing.
Do they have a flag?
Do they have a
They do not have a flag. They do not have a flag. The only thing that seems to be really consistent is like a large number of the werebears have their tooth necklaces.
Oh.
Are they their own teeth?
It looks like it. Yeah.
They remove their own teeth. Interesting.
So they
It's
don't
not really a
turn
practice
people?
I would get into.
I want to go up to the bar.
Should you drink in your
Uh.
condition? I'm gonna say that out loud.
You forget
Everyone's gonna think
that
you're pregnant. Anything.
she can drink somebody under the table when she wants to.
In this condition?
Ah,
The werebear at the counter, she has like this like pale brown fur. She's like, "Hi there, my name's Kin. Can I get you anything?"
just whatever need you have. Do you know anyone of the name Burger?
Burger. Yeah. Lutan fella. Yeah,
Yeah.
he came here a few months ago. He's I think he used to be a shepherd or something, but now he wrangles the woolly aurochs.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, what?
They're like yaks.
Oh, okay. Never,
Yeah, it's
never met them.
just down the path north of here.
Oh, if there's Beastborn version
Thank
of that,
you
I would love
so
to see
much.
it.
Thank you.
That was so straightforward.
It was incredibly helpful. I feel like it's a trap.
The call, like my favorite kind of people.
I know, right?
Oh, I
It's
guess this
just-
place
I
isn't
feel things are
favorable for
easy.
us. I wanted
We're talking in circles.
But
Uh, yeah, I feel like before you can really get anything else done, a doe beastborn comes darting in the doorway and shouts out, "There's a woolly rhino on the loose! It's causing the aurochs to stampede! We gotta go!" And
Let's
everybody goes
go!
rushing out the door.
woo!
Oh,
Why did you say
And that is
anything?
where we are gonna go to break.
Ow! I want to save the day!
Don't go anywhere, we'll be back in about 8 minutes. we are back. It's a stampede, everybody.
Oh my god!
Let's see. I don't have a stampede sound effect. I have earthquake, if that works.
That sounds like a
Yeah.
stampede.
That
Yeah,
feels
that-
pretty,
there we
pretty
go.
darn
that
close.
sounds like a stampede.
Mhm,
It
that
sounds like
works.
the stampede in the Lion King, at least.
It
So.
does.
There we go.
Mhm.
Okay, so we'll roll with that. Okay, so the brown thing in the middle is the whole thing that looks like a path. That's the stampede. That's kind of an abstract representation of it. You can pass through it. You're probably going to need to make a dex save if you want to pass through it to avoid taking damage, but you can get through it. It is difficult terrain. Also, any space that has a tree or a rock is difficult terrain, though a rock does get you elevation to see above the stampede. Now, very importantly, something that you can all see is a werebear standing on top of a rock over here who seems to be holding a shepherd's crook, and he's currently crying out for help. The woolly rhino,
That's why he
which
got
seems...
banished.
Oh my
The
gosh.
woolly rhino, which seems to be the main threat, is down here. Looks like it seems to be just on a rampage to cause as much destruction as it can. It is a big, tough hide beast. Any other questions before we dive in?
What is there anything we really know about that's like common knowledge about rhino things? Woolly rhinos?
They have really sharp horns and they're really heavy.
So they're going. The stampede is going up, away from the woolly rhino, or down?
They're mostly running northeast.
Thank you.
Also, there are other people from the village that are like interacting with other parts of the stampede, trying to calm down the animals. But it does seem like their goal is to save the woolly oryx and not like damage the herd as much as possible. All right, so initiative is gonna go Ada, then Hap, then the woolly rhino. Hang on, where's Odrun? Odrun, where'd you go? Where's your token?
I'm down here at the bottom right, next
To the left in the barn.
Thanks for time. For some reason, you disappeared from mine,
Oh,
and I don't see
sorry.
you in the initiative order. So that's probably an issue on my end. But your initiative
See, 'cause
was
I've got a
2.
2.13, so I see
Right.
myself on the initiative order.
Okay, all good. And so yeah, you'll go last after the shaggy oryx. Which yeah, those look like yak creatures. Just even more woolly than most yaks. So, Ada, even with your -4 penalty, I believe you're still up first. What would you like to do?
Oh, I'm gonna try something new. I am going to cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Ooh.
From it's a 30-foot cube in range.
Mm-hmm.
So about there. I don't want to hit Burger, so he's like right on the edge. But I want to get
Mhm.
the rhino and as many of the aurochs as I can.
Beautiful. All right, let me start with the woolly rhino because that one's kind of the big one.
Yeah, and I think that actually is a 15 spell save.
15. Okay.
Yes.
That's a 5. Dang. Okay, and let me see how the oryx do. Let's see. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do 4 rolls for them because there's like about 4 getting caught in that. That's a success. Success. Failure. Big failure. Okay.
Cool. Anything
Um,
that's failed is charmed and can't move. It's incapacitated. So
Oh my
my
gosh.
my hope was to, and its speed is 0. So my hope with this was to like whoever got caught in here
Mhm.
made the space clearer for people to move through to get to the rhino.
Yeah. Cool. So in that area, I'm gonna say about half of the oryx were affected. So if you do pass through it, you'll have advantage on your dex save for basically the next round until like some of them take damage from like being part of the stampede. But yeah, for the next
and-
round, you'll have advantage trying to get through the stampede area.
And I'm just gonna yell, don't hit anything but the rhino that isn't moving. Because if you hit it, it breaks the spell.
Beautiful.
Break the spell for the rhino?
Um,
I didn't mean to get the rhino, but it'll give somebody advantage.
Okay, and that is concentration, so you're concentrating on that.
It's-
Amazing.
Can I just like, oh, that's not what I wanted. Can I just kind of like get up on this rock? Is that doable for
Let's
me?
see, what's your movement speed
25?
right now?
Because I'm
25.
I'm tusked.
Let's
in
see,
this
5,
moment.
10, 15, 20. Yeah, it looks like you have just enough movement to get up onto the rock there.
Yeah, I scramble. I feel safer here.
Yep.
That's my turn.
Beautiful. Hap, you are up.
Do you? Okay, so describe our ability to move again.
Yeah, so the trees and rocks are difficult terrain. The path of the stampede, you have to make a dex save to pass through it. It's difficult terrain and you risk taking damage from it. The rocks and some of the trees are elevated positions, which would give you a better view of the rhino. The rhino has like basically half cover from the stampede right now.
And you
Okay.
have advantage on the dex save right now, right?
Yeah, for the basically the next round.
Okay. If I turn my staff into a tree,
Mhm.
can I still use other magic from it while it's in tree form? It's just a giant staff.
Um,
Trying to remember. Let me see if I can.
let me see.
Can it be a tree and a magical staff?
What does the tree form part say?
It, you know what? It just says that I can turn it into a tree, and it is a beautiful tree, and I can, while touching it, turn it back into a staff, and people fall out of the tree. That's it. It doesn't say anything about using magic or not using magic. It just
Okay.
says that I can use spells while holding the staff.
It
but
also
the
takes
staff
an
is the tree.
action.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's a full action to turn into its tree form. Let's see. While holding the staff, you can cast one of the spells. Yeah, I'm gonna say the full action to turn into a tree is gonna be your main limiting factor here. I would say holding onto the branch could technically allow you to channel one of the spells from it.
Okay, so it's not that I'm planning on doing two things with the staff in the same turn. I'm just preparing for like my next turn, maybe.
Yeah, I'll allow it to like hold
Okay.
on to the branch and kind of like direct it from there. Why not?
Yeah, like if I'm touching the tree, can I cast magic from the tree? That's all I want to know. All right.
Yeah. Sure.
So I'm just gonna be like looking at people like, are we killing the rhino or not killing the rhino?
I'm not
Anyone?
sure.
Anyone got a? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna move as far forward as I can here. Actually, you know what? Bonus action, fatality of the ironwood. Now my speed is 45. I'm gonna go here. And I am going to here. I'm gonna turn my staff into a tree right here. And as it turns into a tree, can it be in the tree when it turns into a tree? Like hold on to the staff.
Sure.
Yeah! I gotta push the limit as much as I can.
I'm gonna regret setting that precedent, but sure.
It's cool, okay? It's just so cool.
It's very cool.
Yes. If it becomes an issue, we'll like figure that out. And I'm just gonna look down and be like, okay, ready. Akarn's just flying around. Akarn's just gonna join me in a tree at this point. That's what Akarn's gonna do. You can hang out with me, buddy. Keep a good lookout for anything coming.
Beautiful. All right, the rhino would go, but the spell doesn't get to save out at the end of its turns. It's just until someone shakes it out of its stupor, or deals damage to it. So Woolly Rhino does absolutely nothing this round. Cole, you are up.
Okay. I think he's just gonna going like not like up in a tree, but like through the trees. Is that difficult terrain or no?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, through a space of the tree is difficult terrain.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll just take. Hold on. Sorry. What? 5, 10, 15. I'm trying to avoid the trees.
Mm-hmm.
20, 25, 30,
Mm-hmm.
35, 40, 45.
45. What?
Wait, what?
Are you dashing?
Yeah, dashing.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. But the next turn they might be mad. Should I just keep going?
Let's see. 55, 65.
I'll make it to the other side.
Yeah.
I guess he can. I mean, I guess he can just wait if need be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess I'll do that.
Okay. That's your action movement. Anything else you want to do?
Probably just yell out, be like, "What are we doing to the rhino?"
Making friends!
Do the
Apparently.
townspeople
I
say
was gonna
anything?
say, are any villagers nearby hearing us shout this?
Yeah, the closest townspeople seem to be like, those are dangerous predators. They could kill the whole herd if left unchecked.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Kill it.
Okay. Let's see. The shaggy aurochs are kind of like, running wildly. I'm gonna roll to see if they, get too close to anybody in particular. Let's see. Cole, make a quick dex save.
Oh. 17.
17. Okay. You take no damage. Some of the aurochs get very, very close to you, practically grazing you. Like they trample very close, but you completely avoid them. All right, Odrun.
Okie dokie. So, Drune is going to move up just the entirety of 35.
Mm-hmm.
Move up here. And, let's see. Alright, so we're killing them. Alright. So, hang on, hold please. I have to double check what I wanted to do. Okay, so just for some fun here, we're gonna say Odrun says, okay. Alright, remember those freezing fingers you taught me to do? To the ancestors. Gonna go for the freezing fingers!
Freezing fingers. Amazing.
With the changes that you and I did.
Mm-hmm.
So what actually happens?
So excited.
What actually happens is I'm kind of throwing in my own flair here. Is, you know, Odrun kind of does the freezing fingers or something like that. And, kind of hears this little giggle in her head. Just a little bit. like, kind of like what Ada described a little bit. I said, no, I've got something better. And actually, flames come out.
Fun.
And for the first time, Odrun casts Firebolt.
What?
Instead.
Okay. So I believe that's an attack roll.
Yeah, is it an
Um,
attack roll? I have no idea how this one works. I forgot to check.
I believe so. Yeah, so we had to switch up Odrun's magic initiate spells because the rules completely changed for them. Like chill touch is now only touch range and things like that. So
Oh, that's
Defeated
annoying.
the purpose of taking the magical feat, let me tell you.
Mhm.
Okay, so
I mean, at least
Firebolt.
chill touch makes more sense, you know?
I
like
know,
chill touch.
but that's why I said, freezing fingers.
Right.
You know who needs chill touch? I could really benefit from it.
I got an 11. Doesn't
11 is a
hit.
miss, unfortunately.
Fucker.
That is very good damage, though, unfortunately.
That's
For the-
when I just in my head say,
It's
okay,
still frozen.
whoever the fuck you are, what did you just do to me? You messed it up. And then get really, really mad
Alright.
and use my bonus action to rage.
Beautiful. All right, back to the top of the order, Ada.
Okay, yes, that's what I'm gonna do. So, if I'm reading this correctly, the way that Invoke Duplicity changed in 2024, I can use it while I have concentration on a spell,
Beautiful.
which is fun.
Sweet.
So,
That's fun.
story is just gonna be my duplicate for me, and I'm gonna put her just about 30 feet away from me because that's how far she can go, and then that puts my duplicate 60 feet from the woolly rhino, and that was my bonus action. So then I would like to hold my action to cast Hold the Dead as soon as someone else damages the rhino and my hypnotic pattern fails through
Perfect.
my duplicate.
Okay. All right, so you have that held action. All right, Hap, you are up.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna yell out, "Bring the beast to me!" And then, just for fun, while I'm just like chilling in my tree here, and I can still cast things from my staff, who's a tree now, I'm gonna do Speak with Animals again.
Okay.
How many of the stampeding herd is still around? Like, are they heading in a good direction?
You hear them shouting, "Rhino, rhino, get away from the rhino! There's a rhino here, get away from the rhino!" And
Okay.
they're all just kind of following a trail
Poor things.
northeast.
Poor babies.
But they're like going like together. They're not like doing this. They're doing like this. No. Yes. Like they look organized. Like they're gonna go somewhere. They're not like all spread out willy nilly.
Yeah, they're not like scattering. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. It's like, okay, guys, you can get away. Hey, Rhino, come here. Come here, Rhino. I'm just yelling at the Rhino to come here from my tree. I'm telling.
The rhino can't move right now.
I know. I'm just preparing for when the Rhino can move because I'm sure that's gonna happen. Come here, Rhino. I'm trying to get the Rhino's attention. Can I get the Rhino's attention?
Or
I'm
killing
talking. We'll see what happens.
Yes.
I just have a way to like charm it longer. Come here. Is the Rhino paying attention to me?
No, it is paying attention to the hypnotic pattern.
Okay. I'm just preparing for if that fails. I'm just yelling out, "Come here, Rhino." I'm trying to convince the Rhino to come to me.
Okay.
I'm trying very hard.
That's gonna
with my
be
Speak with
either
Animal.
persuasion or animal handling.
Okay, well, despite what everyone might think as a beastborn, there's definitely one I'm better at than the other, and it's not something wisdom-based. Persuasion. Okay. So it's a 23. I say, it can understand me too, so that's fun. Alright, cool. So that's just kind of like happening in the background, and I'm just gonna have a Karn just keep a lookout, like fly above, see if any more rhinos are coming. It's like, alright, Karn, you just like make sure no other rhinos are coming. You got this, buddy. And that's it.
Okay. A Karn will alert you if any more rhinos are noticed.
Okay, and a Karn,
Alright.
I don't just mean only rhinos. Like, if weird
Or
wolfy
other
dogs show
threats.
up, thank you, a Karn. Thank you. You know what I mean.
Okay, so Woolly Rhino is incapacitated. Cull, you are up.
I'm just gonna take full-on dash 60 feet west.
Okay. Well, it's not full 60 feet. You have to go through the difficult terrain.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, that's halved.
So you're dashing 30 feet.
Yeah, essentially.
That's
It's
just
like
bad.
right there, I think.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Give me a rhino. Come here. Come to the squirrel and a tree.
I'm not gonna waste an action surge on that.
Okay.
I mean, Cole's just gonna yell, "Do I hit the thing or no?"
That's such a cold
Yes.
question. No.
Okay.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Give me an answer.
Yeah, Ada has a held action.
Yes.
Bring the
Okay.
rhino to me.
So many different plans.
I think that's it.
All right. Shaggy Oryx. Okay. They don't actually rush by any of you all, so you're good. You see a couple people in the distance look like they're trying to get close and trying to calm them down, but like they're still really, really panicked. Okay, so Ada, unfortunately your held action lapses, but what would you like to do for your full turn?
Oh, it's okay. It was a cantrip anyways.
You skipped me.
Actually, I'm not sure. Oh, sorry, Odrun. Yeah, I apologize.
That's okay.
It's because you're not showing up on my initiative
I
list.
know.
Thank you for reminding me.
It's okay. Okay, Drew now is going to, we're gonna move closer to said man. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35. And I get my full movement because I have the boots that let me ignore, difficult terrain, right?
Only when it's
so.
snow or ice.
Motherfucker. Okay.
Oh.
Fine.
Oh,
I will
and sorry,
dash.
Cole, I was supposed to have you make a dex save. Can we have you
Okay.
make that retroactively?
Yes.
And then Odrun, I can't see your token. Are you going through the herd as well?
Yes, I am. So in that
Okay.
case, hang on. Where was I?
Okay. Cole, you take 6 bludgeoning damage from going through the stampede.
That's okay.
This is fun.
My
On
good
our
thing,
screen-
35 halved.
Is it just me, or did any of y'all see a
35
Drune's
halved
token?
is,
I
I
just,
saw it for a
17
moment.
and a half.
I see
it's
it on
in,
the Twitch stream, but I don't see
it's
it on
in,
my
like-
screen.
You guys don't see me?
it's like below story for me.
Yeah,
Yes?
this is where I have Odrune's token. But I
Mhm,
go to
yeah,
the
same.
Twitch stream and I'm like, oh, Drune is like on the other side
Yeah,
of
I'm up
the.
here.
Okay, that helps me.
I'm right here.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Because I
Got
see you here.
Yeah.
You do
No,
not
I'm
exist
over
anywhere
here.
else.
I'm
You
over
are
here.
invisible.
I am
Okay.
invisible. Yes.
I see the
Yeah,
ping, but not the
Odrun, I
token.
need you to make that same dex save for like passing through the stampede.
Okay, now forget no, it's acrobatics, not dex, right? That I get advantage of when I'm raging.
It's athletics.
Athletics.
It's
Okay.
strength based. Yeah.
Bummer.
Yeah, this is just a dex save. Although I think there might be a barbarian ability that like gives you.
I feel like there's.
I think it's
some-
like advantage on dex saves from effects that you can see.
I feel like.
I think
you're
it's just all dex
right.
saves now.
Hang on, hold please. It's somewhere in there. I feel like you're
Danger
right.
sense.
Danger sense! You are correct. I have advantage on dexterity throws. So let me roll that again just for fun.
Yeah,
16.
beautiful. Cool. So let's see. You take half of 7, which is 3, but you're raging, so it's 1.
Sweet! I take 1
1
whole
bludgeoning
point.
damage.
I get a rock in the eyeball.
Yeah. Yeah, a little pebble just shoots out. Ow! Okay,
that's it for me.
anything else for your turn?
Yeah, that's all I
Okay.
got right now.
Okay, now we're at Ada. Also, I double checked. You cannot hold a spell while concentrating because holding a spell uses your
That makes
concentration.
sense.
So
Okay.
just
I
as
wouldn't
well
have
that
done that had I
wasn't
known
used.
that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Okie dokie. I feel like I've given people time to get in place. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bonus action, move my duplicate.
Mhm.
And then I will. I'm trying to do things that won't get messed up by my -4.
Smart.
So I am going to try Toll the Dead.
Okay. Wisdom
Which,
save.
yes, a 15.
Okay, that is a 17.
Okay. Well, it is still incapacitated then, because it hasn't been damaged.
It has not been damaged.
It's still just frozen.
Yep. Beautiful. Hap, you're up.
Okay. This feels so weird because I feel like we simultaneously want to damage it, but also not damage it because that ruins the spell, but also damage it.
I was trying to give people time to get over there.
Okay.
I don't
okay.
care if you break the spell.
All right. So I am going to give my action to a Karn to enchant the thing
Okay.
and convince it to come hang out with me because that seems like fun. So this is it's so weird because it damages it, which releases it while simultaneously charming it.
Let's try it.
Because that's just how it works. Okay. So first off, I did try to persuade it, but now I can talk to it, so this is gonna be weird. Because I don't know if my persuasion would really do anything under those conditions. Anyway, a card's not gonna be invisible anymore. They're just gonna drop invisibility, enchanted bow, do 1 piercing damage, and the target is now charmed until the start
You
of
still
a
have to
card's
do an
next.
attack roll.
Okay, well, I gotta attack it first. So this might all be for nothing. So we'll see. This might just be.
Try it.
Ow. Never mind. I lied.
That is a miss.
Okay,
I do have
well,
a
I'm.
question. Is this
Yes.
happening in front of me now? Have I now seen a Karn? Or is the
Depends,
Karn
are you
doing
getting
this
run
from
over?
super far away?
I mean-
almost right next to the thing.
I can do it from
Um.
160 feet away.
Oh, okay. So never mind.
So. A card's in the air. You theoretically could, but it's pretty hard.
Yeah, something came from close to Hap's position. So, Yeah, not sure if you
Just
saw it.
curious.
Alright, I'm still just gonna be yelling out in animal speak, simultaneously being like, here, rhino, rhino, rhino. Okay, woolly guys, you're fine, you're fine. Just go to your people, go to your bears. We got this, it's all cool. The rhino won't hurt you. By the way, rhino, come hang out with me. That's what I'm doing. I sound ridiculous. I don't know how
Amazing.
similar these two languages are, but I'm going back and forth between these two animal languages.
Amazing.
Yeah. Come here.
Cool. All right, so the rhino, for the third turn, and I cannot begin to stress how impactful this is, it does nothing. Cole, you're up.
Okay. He's gonna move 25 feet up to the rhino, and he's gonna yell,
Hit it.
Okay.
"Can I hit it?"
Yes!
Okay. And he's gonna hit it twice.
Okay.
That's a 14.
That hits. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yay!
It's a D8.
Yep.
2, and then a 24.
24 also hits. Let's see, you're using a short sword?
Yeah. Oh wait. I believe that was
That is
the
a
one with
fun
the
property.
amber.
Yeah, let me just double check. I put a little thing on like the new character sheets with that shows this, but so yeah, short swords have the Vex property. If you hit a creature with this weapon and deal damage to the creature, you have advantage on your next attack roll against that creature before the end of your next turn. So, and you can only
Okay.
use that like once per turn. But that's fine. Both of your attacks hit. So how much
Okay.
damage was that total?
And then the other D8. Click it at 1, but I'm gonna go ahead and action surge and attack again.
It should be more than that. It should be like the
Is it not adding
the
my
D8. Yeah, I'm not seeing your modifiers here.
Oh, it's
what's
plus
your
3. I believe.
Okay, well, it's plus your strength plus your proficiency.
Oh, okay.
Say.
Yeah, a 6 plus 6.
Okay, a 6 for the second one, and then what was the first one?
Or it should be a 7 for the second one, and then 8 for the first one.
Okay, 7, 8, so
15.
15 total. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
got it.
I'll save the action surge for later.
Okay. All right. The woolly rhino is no longer charmed, but it's not its turn. And no longer incapacitated. Okay, let's see. Shaggy Aurochs are gonna go. Okay. No dex save needed from anybody. Amazing. Odrune.
Okay, my turn. I'm right up in his face. Yay!
Mhm.
All right. Get right up next to him and swing. Alright,
That
we got the
hits.
great axe. Fabulous. He gets 15 damage. Fabulous. Ooh, cleave. I can make a melee attack. What? Wait,
Still
what is
cannot
this?
see.
You can attack another creature that's within 5 feet
Oh.
of the first creature you hit, like
Oh,
for
well.
free, basically.
The only other creature is Cull, so we're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
But this guy does get the first creature I hit. He gets my ancestral protectors on him, so it's gonna hinder his attack. So he has disadvantage on any roll that is not against me.
Beautiful.
And then if he hits somebody other than me with an attack, whoever he hits would have resistance to that type of damage. So that really only matters for Cull. So
Very cool.
So you would have resistance to
yeah,
that type
very
of
cool.
damage if he hits you. Okay, cool. And
Okay.
round two, right?
And that was your First attack, yeah.
First attack. Round 2. Dirty 20.
Ooh.
Dirty
Sweet.
20.
Get another 16 points in there.
Excellent.
Fabulous. And that is all I got now.
All right. Cool. Woolly Rhino is looking very irritated right now. Ada, you're up.
Okay. I am no longer concentrating on hypnotic pattern. So I'm going to cast Bless through my duplicate is within 30 feet of everyone but me. So cast Bless at first level for Cole, Odrune, and Hap. And then with my bonus action, move my duplicate 30 more feet.
Okay. So the three of you will be able to add a d4 to your attack rolls and your saving throw rolls.
Sweet.
And that's my turn.
Thank you.
Okay, and you are concentrating on that. Let me put the little icon back on for that. All right. Hap.
My attempt to persuade this rhino to come near me failed, didn't it?
Yeah, now it seems to, it's looking at Odrune, specifically.
Sorry.
Fine. Well, there goes that plan. Whatever. I'm just gonna start blasting it, I guess. Oh, well. So I'm just gonna be yelling at, like, the other creatures to, like, encouragement, to be like, okay, you guys are fine. Just chill. You're good. And then I'll just do Eldritch Blast. I'm gonna have both of the beams hit this rhino.
Okay.
So
That's a
the
hit.
first one
Very
is for 11. Second one
plus
is
2 because of the Staff of the Woodlands.
yeah. The
That's a
second one
bonus
is
to
for
damage.
13, so that's 24 total.
sweet.
Okay. Beautiful. Alright, yeah, both of those beams, or no, I had different, there's my Eldritch Blast.
24. I'm just like, I'm just
Alright,
like
got
sitting in this tree being like, damn it,
Um,
my plan didn't work. Blast. Blast.
Okay, the woolly rhino is starting to look bloodied. Those last 2 hits really staggered it.
Exactly.
Okay, woolly rhino is next.
Want to make
Oh.
friends with the rat.
Now we get to find out what this thing can do.
Yeah.
You're just
Okay,
like, I finally
and
get a turn.
well, I can't fault a really effective strategy. Okay. Sorry, I'm just double checking. Okay.
I really can't see a Drew's token at all.
I am right in front of it. Whee! Right here.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
Close the book.
it cannot charge at you, but it is going to still try to gore you with its horn.
Sweet.
Okay, that's a 16. Thank goodness that wasn't the nat 20.
Ah.
It's not an advantage.
Oh,
Okay,
that scared me
ignore
for a
all
second.
those. Yeah, there's a lot of like scary numbers. Ignore all that. But
Why is
yeah,
my armor
it's
class
still
14? I thought it was higher than that. I thought it was 16
Yep.
for some reason.
that is 22 piercing damage, halved to 11 since you're raging. And it does not have multi-attack, so that is all it can do on this turn.
Alright.
I think.
Cole, you're up.
Don't you have the cloak of protection, Odrune?
I think we gave that to Cole.
Did we?
I thought we got 2. Do we not?
No, we got 1. They were very expensive.
There's one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think Cole has that.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay,
think he
okay.
does.
Okay.
I have a tree. And rhinos
No.
can't climb trees.
We know.
Obviously.
Yeah, I want
This
to
is the
hit
best
it again.
strategy.
That's a 23.
That's a hit.
I think that's the correct button now. Yeah, 9.
Ooh, look at that.
Then 24. And then a 5. And then I'm just gonna action surge to attack.
Okay, give me. Sorry, one sec. Are those numbers accounting for your bonuses now?
Yeah, it's adding it's the d6 plus 4, I believe. Is that correct?
Does that have your proficiency with it?
I
It's
can't remember if it adds proficiency. It's fine for now.
okay.
Okay, so
Fine.
14 total then. Okay,
How does
got
it does it look bad? Should I keep hitting it?
It's still. I mean, it is bloodied, but it's still doing solid.
Okay, I'll just action surge and hit it a few more times.
Okay.
I can't find the button, but I action surged, I promise. 19. 9.
Yep, hit. Okay.
19 again.
Hit.
9, 8, 17. On top of the other stuff.
Okay. Yep, got it.
That's it.
All right. Yep, it's not looking great. Yeah. All right, Shaggy Oryx are gonna go. Oof, y'all are getting some lucky rolls on this. Yep, none of you are affected by the stampede at this point. And I will say one thing that is helping with this is that a couple of you, because they are like passing very close to the islands that you found for yourselves. Okay, Odrune, you are up.
Hey. Sorry, I just put something in the chat. I did double check my old character sheet, and my AC was 16 on that one. And my hit points are also less. Did something change with the barbarians with the way the AC works?
It's it should be your 10 plus your dex plus your con plus 1 for your natural armor.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It was different, so we'll look at it later.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit again because I hit. That's what I do. Okay. Oh.
Sweet hit.
Ooh.
Oh.
There you go.
Hi.
The lingering injury
Yay!
death.
Whoa.
Lingering injuries.
Okay, wait. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
I
12,
wonder if death
13
is a
damage.
lingering
Okay.
injury.
All right.
It
Yeah. Let me do a
lingers.
lingering injury. Let's see.
Just for fun.
Ugh.
Oh, bummer.
No lingering injury.
Oh,
Oh, it's
well.
gonna be a fun one too.
I tried.
Oh wait, what was it gonna be?
Well,
I
yeah,
gotta
what
know
was it gonna
for
be?
what happened for me.
It was gonna lose an eye.
Yes.
Oh.
I was really close to getting that off. Okay.
Yep.
All right, round 2. Whatcha? 17.
That hits.
Fabulous. Gets another 9 points off him.
Beautiful. All right. The woolly rhino is still standing, but it is struggling. So, anything else for your turn?
That is it.
All right, we're
This
back up
woolly
to
rhino.
Ada.
Better not be like a weird
You do
werewolf.
see Berger, by the way, going like, "Come on, get him! Help!"
I'm gonna move my
trying.
duplicate into melee, and I'm going to attempt to roll an attack roll. We shall see. I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds at 2nd level.
Con save.
No, it's a spell attack.
Oh, spell attack.
Yeah, why am I...
Oh, there's
yeah,
a con
the
save.
description says.
Oh, did it change? Oh, it changed. It should be it's a DC
Oh.
15.
Yeah, it's less damage too.
Oh.
It's only 2d10 now.
What?
That
Ew.
stinks. It's okay.
All right, you can change it if you want to do something different.
Oh, no, I will. Actually, it's good for me today. It's a save. It's a DC
That is
15
true.
con save.
That's so
All
true.
right.
It actually does work for you.
It helps me today.
It does.
Yay.
And that is a
I cast
7.
it at 2nd level, so it's 3d10 of damage.
Beautiful.
19.
Ooh. Describe it.
Woo!
Oh, it's what my inflict wounds does. It's green and scary looking, and it just kind of like pulls it and dissolves it from the inside out.
Oh my goodness. Absolutely disgusting.
Mm-mm.
As this
Me and
energy goes like
that.
surging through it. Yeah, the rhino groans, black veins go coursing up its face, through its horn, and it collapses to the ground with a thud. And the rest of the stampede is ultimately calmed down by the rest of the crowd. Um, they seem that seems to have been the focus of literally everybody else is just calming down the animals. So the woolly oryx are like slowly being gathered back to where their flock is or flock herd
Her.
to where their herd is supposed to be. um all right. Let's see. Well, I can't thank you enough for taking care of those for me. Uh, man, y'all really know how to fight them. Berger, the werebear, who is immediately apparent to be a werebear, comes up to you all.
Berger, we
Also has a
presume.
necklace of teeth.
Mm?
Uh, we heard that you're a recent arrival here from the Lutan territory.
Uh, yeah, yeah, I did. Ain't under the best of circumstances, I'll admit, but you know, doing what I can to help out around here.
Um, What if we talk to you about that? Some of us have had not the best of circumstances with them as well.
Yeah, yeah. My shift's about over. Now this is all dealt with. Uh, these folks will take over if you want to go down to the meat hall.
Sure.
Um, he sits down with you, at the meat hall. Meat hall. So, you were saying something about stuff that the Lutan Clan was up to?
Um, yes. Um, Looking at Paul to see if he wants to say anything here, or if I should just go. Because I don't know anything about Hap.
Call looks at Hap.
What? Da, 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 da.
Well, I I was a thrall taken by the Lutans, and then one of the Lutans who's high up in the clan led an attack against my home, killed my family, and we've heard that that's happened to quite a few folks, either for their property or their land, maybe for a grudge once or twice, but we're trying to gather evidence that this is these aren't coincidences. This is a habit, a strategy, out of how they're trying to grow.
You know, that would explain a lot. I managed a pretty big ranch, back near Tunarg, on the north side of the island, you know. Um, my family's managed the ranch for generations, but about a couple months back, get some paper saying I'm being banished from the Lutan Clan due to my status, my affliction, and that I needed to leave and never return to any Lutan territory.
Who were those papers from? Do you have them?
Um, yeah, it has the stamp of the Lineal on it. Kari Brannisker's stamp. Um, yeah, I think I can grab it for you. Um, but yeah, it was a little weird because, I could have sworn at least a few people in the clan knew that that I had lycanthropy. Um, but anyway, I'm worried about my wife and kids and how they're getting on. It's I don't think they're gonna be able to hold on to the ranch without me there.
Is it typical for clans to get rid of people for something like this? Like full on banishment rather than just like, cutting them out socially?
Or
Well,
murder.
Or
from
that.
what I can tell from
It's
from
actually
what I
quite
can tell
nicer than
from
what they could have done.
for most of the folks here, it's a voluntary choice to isolate to reduce risk of spreading contamination. Um, and there's a certain sort of camaraderie to it, of course. So, yeah, not particularly common for it to be banishment, though there's certainly encouragement to flock to these communities.
Sure.
Sword, fire, poison. Yeah, this is probably the nicest thing they could have done. I think it was a compliment, I guess. They didn't kill you. I thought they would kill you.
So, what is it you need from me?
Would you be willing to travel to Drift Hall and testify to this in front of the wolf?
Roll persuasion.
Oh,
Under
please
our
don't
protection,
make
of
me
course.
do it.
Under our protection. Of
Any
course.
any one person in the party can do this. I'll say, since you're all working together on it.
Thank you.
I will.
I have disadvantage on persuasion in my tusk form.
That's
Oh,
really
no.
funny, actually. I thought in this situation you might be more persuasive. Let's see if I can do this. I have 16. Pretty bad for me, actually. How angry are you at the Lutan Clan?
That's a fair question.
The Lutan clan. I mean, I am Lutan.
Are you?
Yeah.
After they
So,
after they banished
so
you.
we're like half of us. That's not a big deal. Okay. Fine.
So-
Semantics. How angry are you, sir, at the Lineal specifically? Who
Over this
looked at you-
decision, I am quite irritated.
Oh my god, same. We should be besties.
So I was gonna say,
Can I convince you to be my bestie? In this particular matter.
so I will say I have responsibilities here now. I have my shifts that I take with the herd, but I can certainly write up a statement and stamp it with my sword hilt that has my family's insignia on it.
See, that is so cool. And I love that. However, don't you think you're the best person to tell your story? I'm sure that we can figure out a way for you to handle multiple responsibilities at once, aka both to your herd back home, the people left behind. Think about all that responsibility, bestie.
So you're
Like
the one who
me.
made the persuasion check. It still holds. I can't just let you re-roll the check that you did.
Great. I mean, if this was going downhill another way, I would have to switch over to intimidation or deception or something.
No, it was still a good check. Just not enough for him to physically
Nah.
leave. It's like, so, let me get you, that letter that they sent me. Are y'all staying the night?
Yes.
What time is it?
I think so.
Oh, let us stay the
It's
night.
right about sundown.
Yeah. let's stay
We have to stay the
Good for the crew.
night. I haven't even made any squirrel fry. Is the market still open?
Is there?
Yes.
Oh my god, I gotta see if there's a
As much as
table
there is
of
a market.
tail care. I need to know. This is a furry
Table of tail
place.
care.
Surely.
I love it.
Surely. I haven't added a new trinket to my tail in many a session. I
It's true.
need something.
Got it. Berger is like, great, I'll get that to you before you leave. I'll meet you up, either here or by your ship, wherever you end up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course. Okay, so you're looking for any kind of stall or shop that does Beastborn specific services.
Yes.
Okay.
Or squirrels.
It's a
I
pretty
gotta see where
small
the squirrels are
town.
going. Where the squirrels go
Yeah.
for their stuff.
Yeah, it's a pretty small town, so there's like pretty much like one main road where they have like some smaller market stalls with awnings on them. You do see one that seems to be run by a chinchilla and a skunk born.
Acceptable.
Yep.
I'm gonna do dust baths, but I do know that they have nice form. I didn't realize chinchillas would show up. Chinchillas are canon now. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Um,
Totally exists. You know what? I never promised that this would be historically accurate or regionally
So,
accurate to
going-
Nordic
Mhm.
countries. If I want
Great, let's go-
chinchillas, I could put chinchillas.
Oh, they're so cute.
Let's go back to chocolate. Can we
Oh.
make chocolate happen? Can we make chocolate happen?
I don't think chocolate's good
We'll
for
see.
squirrels.
I
Okay.
would like to test that
so-
theory. Let's get some chocolate. Let's see what happens. To me, to
Uh,
others, who knows?
So the chinchilla born and the skunk born, they seem to have a stall with various fur oils that they're selling, and different like wooden combs, very very ornately carved, with like some fun animal patterns in them. They also seem to offer. They have a little sign that says grooming services, 5 silver. And they do seem to also have fur trinkets available.
Lovely. You guys go ahead. I'm gonna stay here for a while. I wanna get the grooming service. Please. Okay. No.
Can I stay?
No.
I'm curious.
This is weird. Why are you watching me groom?
I just. You never let me. I just want to know. I don't know what.
Were
this
you about
is
to say I never let you watch?
You always hide at the top of the fucking thing with your stupid little sapling, and I just want to know, like, all that goes into grooming. I'm curious.
Did you just insult my little baby tree?
It's
Cole
a
hears
tree.
stupid sapling and tries to sneak away.
It's a tree.
Oh,
That's
I
all
bet
I
you
know.
guys serve raw meat here. We should go.
I
You're
don't know that this.
stupid
The
sapling?
skunk is like ushering you away, going, it's like asking to watch somebody bathe. Have some respect.
I didn't know.
My baby.
It's a tree.
I'm cursing you in Scroll right now. I'm just muttering and squirming.
I circle back and put my elbow in Odrune's and just it's okay. Come on.
It's just a tree. I don't understand. Why is she
I-
emotional about this? I mean, I understand I did a faux pas and that much I get. But I
Well,
don't understand.
We're already digging a hole. Just stop.
No, we're walking away, so.
yeah.
Your
My
way.
biggest compliment to her when they called her a tree. She still doesn't understand. How did she not understand how important the tree are to me? I'm just like with this yoga to chill out right now, just being like,
I give her
why?
gifts and she still won't explain things to me. I don't understand.
She insulted my tree. She insulted my
Okay.
tree.
Is there anything else in particular that the rest of you are looking for?
Do we need any sort of gems for anything? Did we need anything like that?
Do we have enough thrall gems?
You're not here.
We have
Yeah, I'm complaining about you.
at least one revivified diamond, and I don't know that they'd have that here anyway.
That's fair.
We're on solid land. I kind of want to copy a spell. This.
Do you have one you
Let's-
want to copy, or are we looking for one for you?
Oh, I have two I could copy. I just do one of them.
Okay.
I'm gonna go just find a table. Not on a boat that's moving.
Amazing.
Cole, is there
so
anything
that
you wanna do?
leaves Colin O'Drew.
Do you want to hang out with the person who apparently doesn't know anything?
Don't take it personally. Just. Haps hap.
That doesn't help me understand it anymore. Anything that I have done, anything that doesn't help at all. Is there something I could do or not do?
You aren't doing anything wrong.
Then why does she hate me?
She doesn't hate you. I mean, I know she says the tree thing a lot, but that is like a big compliment from her. Okay, sorry. I know you probably don't want to hear that.
No,
I
it's
do think she
fine.
hates me too. I feel like you're barely in your shot. I think she hates me sometimes too.
No, she doesn't hate you. Oh, this is just like the giggle leaf. Oh, she doesn't hate you either. It's Hap's complicated. It just sometimes Hap doesn't want to tell you stuff. It's okay.
You're really not telling me anything new and anything helpful. I must be honest with this.
I don't want to tell Hap stuff.
You don't have to tell Hap stuff. You just have to tell me the secret sauce of how you two get along.
I don't know, get in a bar fight together? That's how we're friends.
We drunk somebody under the table together and won a ship, and apparently she still doesn't like me.
It's been a few years. Maybe give it a few more years. That doesn't help. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
That's alright.
You have fun with the spell. I'm really sorry. I'm gonna go.
Hey, Cole,
Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna go on a walk with Cole. I'm gonna follow, walking away. And I'm just gonna ask and say, hey, look. I'm just curious. I don't want this to be too weird for you. But when did you learn to play an instrument?
I don't know. It was a while ago. It was. Yeah, hard to remember.
Okay.
No.
It just seemed you had a really good time and you were really good at it. I really enjoyed listening. Just wanted to let you know.
There's I mean, there's not much time for that stuff now. Ragnarok, you know.
True, true.
Don't.
But I will say that I'm certain that if ever you wanted to practice, uh, we could all turn around and pretend we don't hear you, because we are on a boat, a lot. So if you ever wish,
I don't know if you looking or everybody turning around would be worse. I'm not gonna lie.
that's fair. What if we just pretend you're not doing anything out of the ordinary, and not look, but don't look? Because it
Okay.
was really nice. I just wanted to, let you know that I I appreciate art in all its forms, and what what you did that night in the mead hall was art. That was beautiful, and I just wanted you to know that it was deeply touching and it was beautiful. And it's a part of you that I never knew existed. And I think it's great.
Cole doesn't say anything, but he just grabs Odrun for a really tight hug.
And then kind of grabs a little. Odrin grabs back and just says, "You're pretty much as much of an artist with that lute as you are with those, with your sabers, with your scimitars." Excuse me, I used the wrong words, but pretty much as equal an artist with both.
Thanks.
Of course,
Thank you.
my pleasure.
Meanwhile, Hap, you feel this lovely massaging on your scalp and throughout your fur, and then the chinchilla going, "Don't worry about what that mean nasty tree is saying, okay? It is all good. It is all good, and you can do your own thing. You do what you want to do."
Did they pass their perception checks? They don't know I'm a tree.
Well, let me check.
You're it.
Oh, Hap
That mean
told
nasty
them.
elf. That mean nasty humanoid.
There it is.
They don't got fur. But listen, you have amazing, beautiful fur, hon. This is just really great.
I tried really
You are
hard to
getting
take care of it.
so pampered. Like your fur
Ugh.
is so fluffy. Like your short fur is so glossy. Your tail has almost never looked fluffier. And they put just they're like, "What's your favorite color? What color beads do you want?"
Ooh. Ah, that's really hard to pick. Let's see here. I want some green ones, maybe a little bit of some blue, and maybe some little bit like more of like that goldeny, like beautiful natural wood colored ones. Yeah, that'd be nice. Right there.
Absolutely. These look fabulous on you. And yeah, the chinchilla gets you all adorned. So yeah, you walk away from the service feeling like $1 million.
Hooray! I immediately go into the woods.
Beautiful.
I did kind of leave my tree behind. I feel a little bad. I left my tree behind. I gotta go get my tree and my staff. And I'm gonna take a nice little nature walk through the woods. Finally, I'm on land. That's not a rock. There's okay, I know the picture is green like grass. It's probably all ice and snow and dirt, but still, there's some ground beneath me. I'm gonna walk around. I'm gonna commune with some nature for a bit. It's like a. Have you ever heard of like forest baths?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm glad we're all hippie like that. I'm gonna go do that for a while, communing with my nature, finding some nice little clearings and beautiful areas, spying on what other Beastborn kind of do here while just kind of getting some alone time, enjoying how fluffy I feel before I get it all covered in dirt and blood again.
Great.
Nice. This is nice.
Okay. And Ada, what spell are you copying?
False life.
False light. Beautiful. Okay. So Hap takes her nature walk. Ada works on copying her spell into the spell book. Odrin and Cole have their little heart to heart. Maybe getting a few drinks. in addition to what you already had. Okay, is there anything else you want to do before settling in for the night?
Ooh, are there any Ironheart trees? Can I find my nature
Roll.
mark?
Yeah, roll investigation or nature.
Can I have a Karn help me instead?
Sure.
I'm gonna have a Karn roll this. They're smarter than me. They can do investigation. Yeah, look at that. Karn got a 21. Good job, Karn.
Um, Akarn is confident that there are no Ironheart trees in this area.
Well, they are made from an Ironheart tree, so I guess they would know. Oh well, I can still enjoy my communing with nature out here. It's very nice.
Yeah, there's some like very lovely tall oaks.
That's
Just
a good
very
oak right
thick
there.
trunks. Yep.
This is a good oak. You're a very nice
All right.
oak.
Um,
Nobody
so
appreciates
you all.
my tree compliments.
Yep. I will say, where do you have your long rest specifically? Do you have it with the rest of the crew, or do you stay in the woods all
Do
night?
better.
Eventually, I'll tumble out of the woods after I'm like finally feeling more grounded, back in connection with nature. Like ships are fine, especially now that I can breathe underwater. Like that really helps. But it's not where I find the most enjoyment. Are you all sleeping on a ship?
The mead hall does have extra rooms if you all want to sleep on solid ground.
I vote
Cool.
that.
Cool. You guys do that. I'm gonna find a nice place to put my tree staff, and I'm gonna sleep a nap.
Perfect.
It's been a while since I've had a proper nest. I mean, you can sleep up here
Okay.
too if you want, but you just can't fall out.
All right. You all have your long rest. Berger finds you. He kind of meets you at your ship first thing in the morning. He gives you the letter he got from the clan chief, and his whole written statement that he seems to have written the previous evening, um, basically reiterating everything he told you about his family situation, the circumstances, and like what he knows, and so his whole witness statement is there. It's signed, it's sealed, and you have the evidence you need from him.
Man.
From what we know, does this seem like something that the Bold would accept as like good evidence?
Yes, they would at least accept it as an honest testimony. Yeah.
Okay.
Because yeah, there's consequences for like perjury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Into the bag of
Um,
holding.
Beautiful. All right. You get back to the ship. The rest of your crew is there. Um, all right. So straight to Farlanding, or any other stops we're making on the way?
I mean, weren't we considering another stop?
We thought about stopping at Tanarg. We could go to Farlanding because we have so much supplies now, and then do Tanarg on the way back.
Sure.
And that way, because the Risa ships are at this point very late, right?
Yeah. Yep, straight to Farlanding. So let's see. Probably the best route to take for that will be well, there's a few different routes. Not much different in timing between all of them. It's just whether you want to go through the Bay of Sighs, which takes us past Holwick, my hometown of the Hallharn. If you want to go to Inlock's Inlet, which is leads to Tunarg, there's a little bit of portage that you have to get the boat over, but it's minimal. The shorter distance makes up for it. And you can also go along the western stretch. which takes you south of that island.
You said they're all about the same length of time?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Either way, we'll want to go up the river of the Risa, which is right about here, to get to Farlanding itself.
I assume we'll take the middle route on our way back. So
Yeah.
we can travel to Narg.
Probably.
Any dangers or points of concern you know about on any of those routes?
It's more about who you want to make friends with, or if there's any stops you want to make along the way. But if we're going pretty much straight there, I would say on the way there it doesn't particularly matter as much as the way back.
I have no preference.
What makes the best stops at night? Assuming we'd make stops along the way.
If we need to stop, then we could just stop at Rolf's hometown.
Wanna go through the Bay of Sighs, pass by Holwick.
Sure.
Do
Sure.
you want to go past by Hallwick?
Oh, I certainly have no objections to it. Let's see. There's not a ton to do there. Let's
Could we
see.
sleep on solid ground?
Yes.
Perfect.
Mead
Ada
Hall's
gets
always
it.
worth a visit. There's a tattoo parlor there that's one of my favorites.
fun.
And Otis the Historian is also known to pass by there now and again.
Ooh,
that?
okay, I want to go there.
Oh, Otis the Historian, roll a history check.
Can I also?
Okay.
Anybody
Also-
who wants to. Yeah.
Might as well. Maybe Hap will surprise me and know something historical. Nope, that tracks.
That's okay. You and me.
Okay. Yeah.
You feel like you should be better at history.
Technically, I have proficiency in it.
I'm
Yeah,
dumb.
Odrun, your ancestors were a bit more focused on like preparing for Ragnarok and combat training, not as much on like meeting people or learning actual history about things. So Otis the Historian is the oldest elf in Grimnir, who knew the Stone Court personally. So he's probably the most famous historian that is in Grimnir. Little bit eccentric, extremely old, but he is originally from the Lost Lands.
I feel like the Volve hate him. Makes the place probably seem a lot less mystical.
This
If you
sounds
have
like
some
fun.
movement.
You said he
Could be
sometimes
very-
visits there, Rolf?
Yeah, well, they're in Drift Hall, and I didn't really see him at Drift Hall, so if he's not at Drift Hall, he's more than likely near Hallwick.
That's a rude question. How old is he?
He's pushing 800 last I checked.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He was well over 50 when he left the Lost Lands.
That's exhausting.
Ugh.
Mm.
Living that long
love-
seems like weird.
I personally would love the chance to meet this person.
Me too.
So I'm good with going
Fantastic.
by Holwick.
It's unnatural to live that long.
Well, at the
Yeah,
very
that's
least,
very
we'll
fun.
have a good place to stay. You know what? I bet my mother would offer us a few beds for the night.
Ooh, I want to go. What's your mom
We
like?
can meet your mom.
But I can get her like me.
Is
Well,
she
yeah,
nice?
she's she can be ornery.
Oh.
I want to meet her more now.
I do too.
Let's see who gave you manners, because apparently this is very important.
Well, I'm an interesting mix of my mother and father. But
There's a
anyway,
fight over
you'll get to know her when you see her. It'll all make
Okay.
sense.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, you all set off with a course charted for the Bay of Sighs, headed towards Hallwick. I don't have a cliffhanger for you. I think that's about it for the night.
Frost's mom! That's the cliffhanger!
That's the
Dun,
cliffhanger.
dun,
Rolf has a
dun.
mom. So,
And she's alive!
all right,
Or what?
she is alive.
Sure.
Um,
Better than the
For
rest of us.
now. Show up, everything's
Okay.
on fire. Oops.
Yep. Okay, so catch us next week as we meet Rolf's mom and maybe Otis the historian in Hallwick. We stream Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. So we'll be same bat time, same bat channel. Anybody ever watch the old Batman show, the Adam West one? It's
No.
same bat time,
Actually?
same bat channel.
Oh.
But it makes sense.
They're the ones who like really popularized like the bat copter, the bat
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The really
nice.
corny
shark
one.
repellent
Yeah,
bat
okay.
spray.
Mhm.
Anyway, catch our old episodes on YouTube if you need to get caught up. New episodes on Twitch, and if TikTok still exists, I might post on there sometimes. So, anyway, have a good rest of your week, everybody. Skål.